Oh, we live. You can be the cities, cause all these niggas be on you. Welcome back. Bam. I'm just saying, what did you call me, talk to me? You don't waste your time. Waste your time with me. Waste it with me. Close your eyes to get away. Bring my money out of range. Beautiful, crazy. You'll be fine, I'll be patient. All I'm taking is champagne. All you want is the same thing. Woo! Back in the building. Black. Hot. Tight. How you doing, Michelle? Let me know if you can hear me clearly. Let me know if you can hear me clearly, Michelle, over there on YouTube. Shout out to everybody coming in on Rumble, BitChute. All the TV channels, on the radio, everywhere. Woo! Alright, that's what's up. Make sure my sound has been janky the last couple times. I'm getting readjusted to being back in this chair again on a regular basis. Change also the calling number, family, you know. Everybody called in last week, that was a bust. So I had to change the system and change the number. Now let everybody know what it is. Also, you see it when my screen comes up. But calling number is going to be 505-715-6496. That's 505-715-6496. I gotta remember myself. Now we're gonna talk about this goofy FBA Fringe cult group. And I wanted to wait some time, but I'll wait till we get done. So when we get started to talk about it.
Long time no see, but hopefully you're good. Haven't seen you in the show in a minute. Hopefully you're well, your family's well, your children and your husband. Hopefully everything's well with you and them. No TikTok tonight, family. So you guys are watching me, looking for me on TikTok tonight. Now we're still banned. We're still banned until tomorrow. Yeah, so every time I go live on TikTok on both accounts, I get banned on both accounts. The backup account and the regular account, the main account and the backup account I use, and I get banned within 10 minutes of going live. Because we get a real thing, we actually get, hunted. I don't say not many words you can say to get banned in 10 minutes of any show. But every time I get on TikTok, within 10 minutes, I'm getting banned every time I go live. Every time. So it's always censorship and trying to stop the reach I used to have. They're trying to stop the reach. They let these other morons get up here and push this fake FBA, CIA nonsense. It's complete organized discourse by our enemies to the moronic group, to the idiots in the cheap seats. So can we just talk tonight, family? About this ridiculous ass FBA movement full of morons, crackpots, and gooks.
Don't
doing, Emil? How you doing, brother? How you doing, fam? How you doing, Emil?
Audiobooks are no longer optional for authors. They are essential.
Yeah, I can't complain, but I'm doing alright. Trying to keep my commitments. Do my show every weekend now. Back up on the horse once again.
Welcome everybody, welcome to the Blackfire Network.
This is the Blackfire Network.
Blackfire Network.
Blackfire Network.
Blackfire Network.
Blackfire Network.
Media of the 21st century.
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 The media of the 21st century.
Media of the 21st century.
As we dive into amazing conversation,
Get to discuss
All
matters
right, get this
affecting
thing started.
African people, or the African history,
You guys,
and the
let me know if you guys can hear my
African
tablet alright.
Bring up Pan-Africanism.
Let me know if you guys can hear my tablet alright.
Life, politics,
Yeah, let me know if my
everything
tablet
that
clear.
we get to
Can you guys hear my
from the
tablet?
most amazing shows.
Talking about the creative industry in the country and outside. Studio
Appreciate it,
interviews
Byron.
and
Let me know if you
coverage.
guys can hear my tablet. My tablet
We
here.
bring the best
I'm
talking
trying to make sure you guys
in
can
the
hear my
country.
screen. Can
We
you guys
won't
hear my
say
screen?
nothing but the truth.
do remember you can join
This is
us
family
Download
talking.
our app, which is on the Google Play Store.
and also stream on
make sure my sound is
www.blackfirenetwork.com.
So remember to follow us on our social media platforms.
And win yourself some cash prize as you tune into amazing conversation.
The media of the 21st century. This is where everything happens.
Right here only on the Blackfire Network.
Alright, family. Let's get out of there. Booyah, you should be able to see me now, right? Let's do it. 1 2 1 2. I want to say welcome back to everybody to the Blackfire Network show. I'm your host, Mr. Black Hot Fire, always on that ass, and we're broadcasting live from the homeland of the United States of America all the way over to the mother continent of Africa, because we're truly one of the only international radio program, TV programs, and that's what's up. So I want to give a shout out to everybody watching on YouTube, everybody on Rumble, everybody on BitChute, everybody on Instagram, everybody on Facebook. I think we're still on Facebook. Everybody listening to us on the foundational Black channel, BlackFireNetwork.com, and all podcasting platforms globally. So strap on your headgear and get ready for this ride. Because you know what time it is when you hear this, right? Sound alarm. School's back in, stupid. Come on. Woo! Black. Hot. Fire. Come on. We up in this piece. All right. Good to be back up in the building one more time. Woo! Don't be scared. You guys see the new caller number. You want to call in? Call in number 715-6496. That's 505-715-6496. Woo! Come on. All right. What? Hey! I'm up in this piece. Woo! Come on. What? Hot. Come on. All right. Black, hot, bang. Never gets old, keep it in the sock. Black, hot, bang. No TikTok tonight, man. No TikTok tonight. I'm still on my week's band. I'm still back for a week. Black, hot, bang. Black, hot, bang. Oh, shit. That bad boy was getting me hyped up. That joke was getting me hyped up. How's everybody doing tonight? Keeping all my commitments finally. I'm back up on this piece every weekend. I'll be here. So, you guys can't talk your shit to me. I'm 3 weeks in a row I'm here. Okay? Can't talk your shit to me. I'm finally back up on this bicycle ride every weekend. So, family, if you guys don't know, or maybe you do know, that these FBA morons were planning some kind of goofy boycott of African businesses to start on August the 1st. And I wanted to wait and see how far it was going to go. So, today is now the 22nd of August, right? 23rd, my fault. 23rd of August. It has been a colossal failure because most people don't agree with this FBA cult group. The Tariq Nasheeds, the Jason Blacks, these phony bastards who don't have any sway in the black community. It's only online you think they have any sway because government officials push numbers their way. They're never blocked. The things are never taken down. This will be fighting a good fight. These are gatekeeper Negroes. The Jason Blacks, the Tariq Nasheeds, that goofy ass Professor Black troop, that big pony moron. See, they haven't talked about their failure of this FBA boycott nonsense. They always prop up their fake so-called successes, which are never nothing. Can't show me nothing they built, nothing they've helped with. They were talking about the grassroots. You can't show me nothing they've done on the grassroots. So this is supposed to be their grassroots effort to shut down African businesses in the United States. But it's been a colossal failure. But since it's been a failure, they haven't mentioned it. Isn't it funny? None of these fake FBA morons have mentioned the failure of their fake boycott. The thought leaders, as they call themselves. the goofy Vicky dealers, that big ass, that dude, what's the fat dude's name again? I keep forgetting his name. What's his name? Something Scott. What's that dude's name with the F? With the he made up a channel, African Diaspora channel, right? They're all grifters. FBA'S, that's why he changed his name from that FBA'S show. Oh, Bill, that's the dude's name. Bill Scott. I forgot his name. Right? They always put the next grift, the next hustle. Your Boyce Watkins. You know, so they all jumped on this FBA bandwagon that's going nowhere, that the rest of Black America has rejected in full force. But you never know. You ever see their numbers never get dwindled on social media. It's to put them out there as the loudest voice, have you give them credibility, have the sites give them credibility, except they have some sway with Black America when they don't. You can't show me no FBA hospitals, you can't show me no FBA schools, you can't show me no FBA banks, you can't show me nothing from this fake organization. So when they get a big loss, they just act like it didn't happen and just move on, right? They just move on because they don't want to mention that it's been actually sticky, and Bill's got this top exactly right. Yeah, I'm going up code. I'm going up there fake code, Jimmy. I never agree with the code. The code is all fake and phony. None of them are FBA'S. They got Tariq don't have an FBA right. This Bill Scott don't have an FBA right. It's all fake. See, they want to make a trend, and since they got the morons that listen to them to follow, so it's gonna be like a money grip or some other hustle going on. So there's gonna be some other hustle going on. And so, and every time they put up like a fake candidate, a couple years had that Marcel Dixon or whatever his name was, right? Got like 1% of the vote. They don't have no sway in Black America. I told you can't show me nothing that they built except some goofy ass movies going nowhere. This moron's got a movie called 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m. Other morons got all these buck-breaking movies, whatever it is. It's always a hustle to have the moronic group of Black Americans follow it to nowhere. There's never no benefit in none of it. Right? They never get banned on any channel. They are the establishment. They try to go up against other fake gatekeeper Negroes, except they're not gatekeepers themselves. So they got these group of moronic ass people, you know, that send themselves FBA'S that they were gonna stop something, right? They were gonna stop other Africans. Now I said, you know, behind any propaganda there's always some truth, right? Give me a second, guys. Behind any propaganda, there's always some truth behind any. There's always some truth behind any propaganda, right? Let me see this. All of this. Wow, I lost it. Give me a second. I want to show this video. It's being recycled. Give me a second, guys. Tell it, come on. Go. In 1 second. There we go. Let me pause this. Let me share this real quick. I found this funny. Let me share this. Let me share this. Dang, please stop. Let me share this real quick, guys, with you. Let me share this real quick. Let me share this real quick, all right? Because this is the FBA morons you see running around here, right? So let me share this. This has been a colossal failure. With this, they don't want to talk about their leaderships. They're behind the FBA. They don't want to take responsibility. Any general, because they must say it's unaffiliated. They came up with this fake movement called the FBA and had all these other morons follow. It's always the less educated, the poor and the stupid in our community that get grifted on and latch behind any movement. Old Negroes, young Negroes, mid-level Negroes, whatever. Yes, a moron, come on here. Look at my hair. Look, Africans don't grow beards. They have afros. It's like, what? This is what some dude said, one of these FBA morons said, Africans don't grow beards and have afros. You can't get no more crazy than this. But I'm gonna use crazy Kanye right here, right? So that's it. Let's see what Kanye says about the FBA boycott.
Gotcha. So I would like to thank everyone that was involved with this negotiation. Gotcha. So I would like to thank everyone that was involved with this negotiation. Gotcha. So I would like to thank everyone.
Yeah, so when they scream and holler about their reach and their grassroots nonsense, no, it's all phony. There's no grassroots with any of these people. No, nobody, especially the two faceless Negroes, the two faceless phonies. And I know that they mentioned me years ago. They won't mention me no more. Years ago, 7, 8 years ago, they used to put my name in their mouth. They don't do that no more. They're handless, so don't mention him. Don't give him no more influence. You know, right? So the two faceless morons who claiming this FBA nonsense, they didn't claim the loss. They didn't make no video about the massive loss of their fake boycott with all their morons, with all their legions of morons. And like I said, you guys want to call in? Number is 505-715-6496. I got the phone thing worked out this week. So now, we said there's been some misunderstanding between us and the Africans coming from the continent. And we did that because of the cultural differences. We understand that. And that most Africans that were bottled here, unfortunately, were brain typed as coons. You wasn't going to get any kind of visa to come over to America to hook up with black Americans who were fighting the system. Okay? White supremacy is not that stupid. They're not going to let a bunch of revolutionary black people coming over here and hook up with other black people that have been oppressed globally. So to get the magic visa, the magic ticket to America, you're going to have to be a sellout, a bootlick, right? So you're going to be told to stay with other African people as you got here, other black people, because that was the propaganda. Same way we had propaganda going back that way, right? When I would show you guys things in Africa that we are building here, right? They would show you people having flies and they was all pot belly stomachs. I believed in that growing up. I was propagandized too. So I went over there. I believed in that propaganda. All of Africa. Every time, you guys know I've been to Africa because I've been to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I've been to 7 African countries. And I've yet to see one goddamn jungle yet. They ain't be thinking this Tarzan nonsense in the jungle. I've been to 7 African countries and I've not been in one jungle yet. So that's how much propagandized I was. I was propagandized so much I believed that there were jungles. All these jungles. You have a rainforest, which is mostly parts of Congo, like I've never been to Congo, parts of Gabon, and other countries in Africa. There's 54 countries. So the majority of countries don't have any rainforest. They don't have any jungles. So I never visited any of these countries with all these jungles that they were talking about. Remember they called us jungle bunnies and all this other derogatory nonsense growing up. And in our minds, we believe Africa was full of jungles. Jungle bunny, jungle this, jungle that, jungle Jim, jungle. Then, like I said, when I went to Africa, I've not yet seen one jungle. Been to Ghana, been to Nigeria, been to South Africa, Been to Tanzania. Been to Kenya, of course, right? Been to Egypt. I ain't seen that one jungle. Also been to Ethiopia. That was my first trip to Africa. Ethiopia, right? That was my very first trip. I was still in the Marine Corps. That was my very first trip with Ethiopia. So these countries that I visited on the continent, I didn't see one jungle, not one. Can you imagine that? Not one. I'm looking for the jungle. Where's the jungle like? Right? So, exactly, jungles and cannibals. Exactly right. Exactly right, Jibba Jabba. If we didn't know that Africa has the most irritable land, it's the most fertile land on the planet. The majority of farm-growing land is in Africa. So why would they have the need to be cannibals? But that's what they filled in our mind. So also to them, our African cousins, they were giving that we're all criminals. We're all gangsters and thugs and selling drugs. So that image that Joby showed you, that's the image that they gave to them. And so everybody's been propagandized. And sadly enough, people have believed in that propaganda, sadly enough. And so them coming over caused that friction because they wanted to be separate and apart. And also, not just the Africans, also the Caribbean Negroes, right? Caribbean Negroes were the same way. They wanted to be separate and apart. I'm Jamaican, I'm Haitian, I'm Belize, I'm Bohemian, I'm Barbadian, I'm Trinidadian, and what have you. So they wanted to be separate and apart, their community to be separate and apart than the Black Americans. And so Black Americans seen that and felt certain type of way because, understand, we don't come from tribal culture, guys. So we don't understand this tribal thing. I want to make sure you understand this clearly. I'm going to explain this so you understand it, so you're not part of this FBA propaganda-ass movement feeding nonsense to the moronic group of us. We are a collective culture in America because we come from many black tribes from Africa. Many of us had to merge and become an amalgamation of all these groups, all these ethnic groups, become Black American. Black American is our ethnic group, right? And so, us not understanding tribal culture, so that's why we got offended, right, when they would come and say, African Americans have no culture. Like, what are you talking about? We didn't understand, they were talking about their tribe, guys. They're talking about their goofy tribe. They call their tribe their culture when their tribes have never had any power. Alright, so that's how we got to flex on them. It's not no disrespect. But they're talking about their own little tribal group that has no power outside any of their countries, anywhere on the planet. So since Black Americans being enslaved and coming out of slavery, our footprint is big globally. That's just a fact. So we know we're dealing with some jealousy that these Africans who were enslaved are now really the face of Black people globally. Our face has been distorted by the racists, of course. Our face has been distorted through their propagandist ass media. But still, we were the face of Black people globally. And that makes other people feel some sort of weight. And they don't understand their tribal culture holds them back. You're not going to ever be the face of Black people globally talking about your culture and your tribe. Your culture and tribe means nothing to nobody, nowhere but you. And your tribe is not big enough to have a global footprint nowhere. So we got to understand that. Your tribe is not big enough to have a global footprint anywhere. Since we are amalgamation in Black America, many tribes, many cultures coming together, that's what makes us a superior, I'm going to say it, a superior influencing force globally. So we don't have to flex on anybody. These are just facts. Because the world partakes in Black American culture. Every major money-making music was started by Black America. Okay, just the music alone. Jazz, bluegrass, country, rock and roll, R&B, hip hop. What's that I want to say? what's up before jazz, ragtime. These genres are all created by one group of people known as Black Americans. So we don't have to be ashamed of someone saying we don't have any culture. No, we don't have any tribes. So understand, when they talk about no culture, they're talking about their goofy tribe that means nothing global. That's to them. So it shouldn't be a dig to us, guys. We shouldn't be insulted or feel that's a dig to us, because it means nothing nowhere but to them. Okay? And so, because I have limited interaction with them, exactly. It's their FBA Negroes that are. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They act like all of them. So you have it's very few of us have had any contact with them, Jibber Jabber. That's correct. But that's how you know this is a psyop. That's how you know this is phony. This is orchestrated from behind the scenes. And then notice now we're so poorly educated and overly emotional, they'll take a grievance that you're going to have with one person and conflate that to a whole group of people. So now you would conflate that to a whole group of people, right? Saying that you have a problem with all Africans because you had a problem with one African brother, one African sister. You're going to conflate that to a whole group of people. And that's just wrong. Because we know the oppressor of both of us have been the Europeans for generations. So it doesn't behoove us to go into war with one another when we're both oppressed people, coming from Africa and America. You know, slavery and Jim Crow here and colonization there. Colonization, guys, it has a good word, a good ring. Colonization. It has a good ring to it. Colonization. Sounds romantic. Colonization, guys, was just as brutal as slavery. They just repackaged slavery and under another term they call it colonization. They put Africans in concentration camps. They wiped out African people on the continent. They committed mass genocide over there. Rape, pillage, murder, and forced labor. Under the name of colonization. So don't get it twisted as that still wasn't slavery under a more polished name. We were colonized. That was colonization. But they still had forced labor, which is slavery. They still were doing massive rape under colonization, and they, claim to bring in their fake civilization. That's the rules they do. You can't show nowhere where Europeans ever civilized anybody. So it's been mass death, mass rape, and mass pillage. That's what it's always been. That's what it's always been over and over again. So explaining this collective culture that makes black people in America such a strong group, such an influential group. See, the same cat, even though depending on what region we find ourselves in, whether in the West Coast, East Coast, Midwest, South, we share camaraderie with one another. As black Americans, we see us as family. We don't see us as different tribes, even though in all these regions, the culture is different. West Coast culture is different from East Coast culture. East Coast culture is different from black people, right? East Coast culture is different than Midwest culture. Midwest culture is different from Southern black culture. We understand there's nuances in our culture, but us, we still see each other as the same. I don't look at a brother from New York and think he's a different African as me, a different black person than me. Brother from the South, a brother from the Midwest, or a brother from the West. So that would make us a stronger people. See, we're stronger. The fact that another fact people are mad as black America, we're stronger than any tribe out there. That's why we've been able to fight and push back on this wicked, oppressive system that's been put on us. Black Americans have had more fight than anybody on the planet as far as black people. That's just a fact. So we don't have to feel shame about anything about us. So other people get upset because we're the template of black people globally. Because we were the fighters. We were the main inventors. So The idea that anybody can be ashamed to be black American is crazy. You can't. You hear morons from Africa and the Caribbean try to shame us because now a lot of us have been, dumbed down, made ignorant. But our accomplishments stand tall over anybody. The accomplishments that black people have given to global society is unmatched in any other black country, any other black tribe or African. It's unmatched. It's unmatched. It's just a fact. It's unmatched. So people taking shots at us, I don't even ever get mad. I laugh because our accomplishments as far as black people globally is unmatched. It's unmatched. So other Africans come from this tribal mindset. They hate on other Africans. That's part of their dirtbag. I call it their dirtbag cultures. They'll look at an African in the same country and call themselves an enemy of them because they're not part of their culture, their tribe. So when they came over here, they seen us as a different tribe, a different ethnic group, and we didn't understand that. We thought they would see us as them, as family. We didn't understand the tribal mindset. Tribal mindset, family, is destructive. Don't let no one tell you what's the benefit. You can't show me no benefit of this tribal culture. It's been destructive. See, if your culture does not move you forward, right? Your culture does not move you forward, and it changes with you, then your culture is obsolete. You're supposed to control your culture, not your culture control you. And sadly for the Africans, their culture controls them. That's why they've been completely obsolete in the last 200 to 300 years. Because they talk about their culture has not changed. You're supposed to control your culture, not your culture controlling you. And so since they haven't learned this, they become completely obsolete in the world. Right? That's why everybody disrespects African people. Because their cultures are obsolete. When other people can come in and dominate you in your own homeland, your culture is effed up. Your culture's no good. You're supposed to throw it out and create a new one that doesn't allow you to be dominated by other people. See, as black Americans, our culture didn't allow us to be bootlicks and people to step on us, even though we've been enslaved. We said we're going to always fight for what's right about us. We've been given, the dirty end of a shovel. We've always refused to just accept that. Right? We've always refused to just accept that. And sadly, other people have. And so, in their eyes, that's been a problem. So, but we're supposed to address this and meet you halfway. We're not supposed to cause hate and division. So what's the purpose? You always say, what's the purpose with this FBA nonsense? Where's it going? Where's it going? What is it goals? What is this goofy cult's goals? What are their goals? What are they building? Since they now delineate in their lineage, okay, cool. What is your lineage building? See, most of them are morons, so they really don't have any skills to build anything. Most of them are ignorant. You get behind the FBA, you're just full of hate. So you don't got any professionals in that group able to actually build anything. So it's a cult, it's a goofy cult going nowhere. That's why they could organize and boycott the African businesses. Because it's a goofy cult, right? With no intellectual girth behind it to build anything. So it's just a fringe group of morons on the internet spouting hate. That's what it is. It's a group of morons out on TikTok or Twitter spouting hate. But where's it going? You ask yourself, okay, where's this going? Okay, you're an FBA. Okay, cool, good. Hey, that's great. What is the end game? What are you trying to accomplish? Okay, you say it's about your lineage. Okay, we get that. Okay. What benefit do you have in this group by identifying yourself That's one of these goofy FBA'S. What's the benefit in it? Are you guys pulling your money together to start a bank? Oh no, you ain't did that. This FBA shit's been going on for like 5 or 6 years yet. Why don't you have your own bank yet? Doesn't take long to build a bank. To pull your money together to start actually building. Why haven't you created a bank? Since it's your identity. That's what most groups do. They come together and they start creating financial institutions to push that group forward. So where is your banks? Where are your hospitals? Because all you do is spouting online, you're FBA, I'm an Indian, you're Indian FBA, I'm an Indian FBA, I'm an FBA, Indian FBA. Okay, we get it. Besides this hatred you have for every black individual, what's the end goal? What are you building? What is the, it can't just be a group of hate other African people, whether they be from the Caribbean or Africa, wherever. What is the end goal? What are you building? This shit's been going on for 6 years, since 2019, since he first, since your leader, say he's not your leader, he's your leader, this grifter, this phony, this moron, you know, Tariq Nasheed and the other grifters, the Jason Blacks, the Professor Black, True, all these fake, the Bill Scotts. You've had 6 years now, since 2019. It's 2025. Show me what they, and don't show me none of those dumbass movies that you had to pay for. You know, that no one looks at today. Show me what's tangible that they put on the ground since they're really concerned about this FBA movement. See, when you do things, you're going to have to show and prove that it's going somewhere. It's beneficial to people of said group. Okay? Now, when I built Blackfire, since I was propagandized, so I wanted to make a link. I was completely ignorant to Africa as well because I've been propagandized. So I wanted to take my own money and make a link back to black people in America to there to get some understanding. Cause I didn't know African culture, African people. I didn't know nothing about it. But see, me, I'm an honest actor. I'm honest. I'm an honest actor. So when I was going back and forth over there, I said, okay, there's actually things we can trade with so both people can make money and benefit from each other. You just got to have the connections and treat each other with respect and dignity. Because there is no hate that's not orchestrated by our enemy. So what I decided to do was go over there and find the best place to start building. Right? I kept it all secret. I was keeping everything secret. But I can show things I've built over there and say anybody can do it. Anybody can have the connections to do it. Now, if you guys haven't watched this young lady that was on our on Irritan show in our studios over in Africa. She's a black American. Now she moves people over to Africa and then sets up businesses, right? Because it's beneficial for you to have these ties back to the continent. Since this is the richest continent, you know, forget what you heard about these FBA about this Jason Black, this idiot. This is the same moron that, you know, I told him ever listen to his ass again when he was telling you that COVID came from my back. This moron, this idiot, right? So he just glosses over that during the biggest pandemic 5 years ago. All the misinformation and nonsense shit he was saying. But it didn't help affect his channel because he's pushed by those folks. Okay? Because these are morons. They can't build anything. You understand? They can't build anything. They're grifters. They don't have the social skills or the connection skills to actually build anything. They get on the internet and spot a lot of dumb shit and hate and the FBA and B1 and all these fake euphemistic nonsensical arguments. B1 family, FBA family, but you can't show me shit that they built on the ground except running their mouths. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to be an honest actor. So okay, let me make a bridge back and forth to my family in America and the new family meant Africa, where we all can benefit from each other. Since right now our dollar is not going to be long, it's worth more money over there than it was here, and we didn't have the steep regulations in America, because you know in America, us being black, we're always being sabotaged. I'm not telling you not to start businesses in America. I think that's good. But to me, it was always harder to do it here and more expensive. Right? Excuse me, guys. So, I wanted to prove that you can make money by building relationships with your family in Africa. You just needed the entry point to do so. And if you wanted to do it, I was going to be your conduit where you wasn't going to be getting ripped off. You wasn't going to be getting scammed. Because I was going to be putting you with real people to do real things. So that's how we were starting the restaurant with Nish, right? I had everybody go when I was sponsoring those trips 5 years ago now, 4 and 5 years ago. I had all those trips going to Tanzania. We're making connections to start whatever businesses were able to be started. If you had some side income, I would give you the connections, to start a business over there. And it was never any pressure, never any force to make you do such a thing. I said, if you wanted to do it, and if you were able to have any extra finances, I can show you how to make money over there. That would be beneficial to you and your family and your posterity. Not a con, not a scam. And sad enough on the internet, we've had too many black Americans scamming black people, who went to Africa with these fake land grabs, stealing money. Right. Sad enough, we always have our people preying on our people. And that's what you found out with a lot of black Americans going to Africa. Say they got land. You can't sell land in Africa unless you're a resident. Unless you're from there. So we had all kind of scams going on. Scam after scam after scam after scam. So I wanted to avoid that. That's why I set up teams in Africa that could maneuver us where we need to go. There's going to be no scamming because that's my name out there. My name is everything to me. When I sponsored a trip to Africa, the first time I paid for all that shit. I didn't ask it. I paid for the lodging. All you do is pay for your flight. I paid for the lodging back in 2021. I paid for all that out of my pocket. Didn't do no begging. Didn't say, give me some donations, family. Donate to this. We can have some people over there. I paid for that out of my pocket. Not with anybody's donations. Because I was passionate about what I was trying to do. Was a hustle or a scam. See, most of these Negroes online, it's a hustle, a scam, it's all fake and phony. That's why you can't show me nothing. This fake Professor Black Truth and his goofy essays is built. Talking about the grassroots. That's why I told you guys about 5 or 6 years ago, long, you guys just send me his essay. I said, don't send me no more of this nonsense. People talking about grassroots. You don't know who they are, what they're doing. It's just useless nonsense on a video. This video hustle. Family, donate to our biz, donate to the black media. How is the black media? And you can't show me nothing besides a YouTube channel. Funny part about these morons, you can't show me nothing but YouTube channels owned by our enemies. You can't show me, and the first thing about it, if you're serious, you're going to have to build your own infrastructure. I told you that. Wherever your money goes, what you really believe. You can't show me no infrastructure that Tariq is built. You can't show me no infrastructure that this Professor Black Truth is built, or this Jason Black, or this Jim Scott. This big, you can't show me no real infrastructure outside the oppressor that they put their money in and built. You can't, because they're not serious about it. It's always a grift. It's always a hustle. You can't show me nothing outside the controlled platforms, since they want to call themselves black media, where they actually built black media. Your YouTube channel is not black media. And since they're, any kind of YouTube or any kind of other social media platform, you can't say what's real, or you get banned like me. So they know my name across all platforms. They know Blackfire across all platforms. I know this. They know I'm real. They know I'm effective. Our Twitter's gone. I'm not building another one, right? We was getting 5,000 or 6,000 people on a live last year, right? So since we were getting that big live on Twitter, on X, whatever you call that goofy nonsense, the site was taken down. Supposedly, they said it got hacked. If it got hacked, then give me it back. And they were still charging me because if you guys are on Twitter X, you got, to get yourself a blue check profile, you got to pay like $7 or $10 a month. So they were still taking money from my account because it's automated, but claimed they didn't know who was my account. And they couldn't give my account back to me. They couldn't give me back my account because they didn't know who I was anymore because it supposedly got hacked. But they kept sending me goddamn invoices where they were trying to take money out of my account to pay for said account that they said they didn't know where it was at or what happened to it. This ain't no thing's a scam. So even on TikTok, it was Big Cheese. You guys know I held up on TikTok for years. So when I finally went on 2 years ago, as soon as I got on there, from then to now, every time I go live, within 5 minutes of me going live, I can't say that in 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes of me going live, I get banned. Every time I'm on TikTok. Very rare I don't go on TikTok and I'm not banned. You imagine that? Every time I go, that's why I'm not, that's why my thing is down right now, right? So I'm still banned until tomorrow. Every time I go on TikTok, I'm banned. What can I say in 5 minutes that would get me banned every time? I don't even start my dissertation. But as soon as I go live on both TikTok channels, I'm banned. That's why you don't see it up today. I'm banned on both of them until tomorrow because of last week's show. In the first 5 minutes, right? I'm banned because I'm legit. That's what happens to you when you're legit. They try to ghost you so no one can see you or find you anymore. Well, you're not trying to con anybody. Exactly right. Mark Weeks, Africa scammed elderly people. How in the world did elderly people fall for such a young man with no financial real estate experience? Exactly right. You talking about, that's another good story. He took down his whole channel. His whole videos are gone. He went into hiding. Exactly right. So if you guys don't know who Mark Weeks, Africa, who Emil is talking about, I reached out to the brother a couple of years ago. He was in Tanzania. So he told this young man he was doing land scams. And I don't know, Emil, a lot of our people are gullible, sadly enough. They want to believe. So this young man who was in Tanzania, and his channel was called Mark Meets Africa. And so he was out there supposedly selling land that he couldn't sell. He's not a Tanzanian citizen. But people believe him, he was building houses. So what he did, he was pocketing that money and not building anything, right? He was stealing tens of thousands of dollars from, like Emil just said, from elderly black people because they believed in him. He was a young man, 20, 21, 22. They gave tens of thousands of dollars and he was scamming them. So now when you go to Mark Meets Africa, there's nothing there. Let's see if I go to this page. Let's see. Let me go to YouTube so I go to this page email and pull up. Give me a second. So I go to this cat's page and see there's nothing on there. Like one video. Let me see. Give me a second. Let's go here. Let's see. See Mark. Let me see it. Let's see. Mark Meets Africa. This guy was a young scammer. I'm scamming young. They might even be dancing. Still there, Mark? Oh, it's still looking to see. Okay, let's go here. So you get everybody talking about him. Everybody was talking about him, right? But let's see. But on this page, there's nothing there. See? Playlist. Nothing. See? So, let me go to this page real quick, right? So you go to his page, so you go to this page where the mill was talking about. Exactly, all his videos are gone, exactly. So, what Emil was talking about, this is Mark Meets Africa, the young man, right? He scrubbed his whole page, right? You got one channel, you got one video. Right? He ain't been on, and this video is, how old is this video? Okay, so he put some more video, he got shorts, these are the shorts. So now he put a playlist back up. I guess he put a playlist back up. Of course, exactly right, Email. Of course, for immature in your 20s, exactly right. But I guess he's got a playlist now up. He's got a playlist now, right? He put up a playlist, right? And all the videos from 4 years ago, all the good ones, right? So he got nothing new. See? So, I guess there were people saying he put a playlist on his email. Let's see, so this is the young guy that was scamming people, right? See, and I don't trust this other dude too. This other dude we charged. So this other dude right here, I think he's a con man too. Let me see, hold on. So I guess what it is,
Co-pilot,
he still needs
make
some
us
YouTube
claimation.
money. Right, see, put this stuff back up.
What's up, family?
So let me show this. This other clown here, he had reached out to me when he first started charging all this money, whatever packages he was doing. This other dude, what's this dude? Go Black to Africa. It's another con man ass Negro, allegedly, right? You got one con man with another con man, right? This dude would charge all kind of astronomical fees, trying to rip people off. And that's what most of them do. It's always some kind of con scamming going on. So, you guys don't know Marcus, the young guy right there. I guess he put back up this playlist, right? He cherry-picked everything because he still needed a little bit of YouTube money because he's been in hiding. He clearly has demons. I wonder if he lost sleep after what he did. I don't know, scamming other people for the retirement, exactly, and life insurance. I don't think so, email. He hasn't come out and addressed none of it. I don't think, I don't think he feels bad at all, email. I think he feels absolutely nothing. And this other con man ass Negro right here. He always wants some kind of he always want to charge you all kind of exorbitant fees and call it a business. Why would I get this Go Black to Africa guy any money when he has no ties to any countries either? Why would I be paying him? What infrastructure has he built in Africa? Absolutely none. Why would I go talk to him about building any other country and pay him all this exorbitant ass fees? There's always some con game stuff going on with our people all the time. It's absolutely insane. Because they want to make $1 off vulnerable people. That's what I'm saying. Even with the grassroots, new black media morons. These are fake morons. They don't have any media. They're not new or black media whatsoever because you can't show me nothing they built. Even threatening to file class action lawsuits on people. Has he? Bill's kind of, he doing no lawsuit about it. I haven't watched that dude in so long, so I ain't watched him in so long, email. I know he's part of the FBA hustle. Any funny? He goes, see, these people are grifters. They go from one hustle to the next. Right? Let me get off that, though. Let me go back to me, right? So, these people go from one grip to the next. because they thought the FBA shit was trendy the last 6 so now they all call themselves FBA'S, right? The first, the fake Bill Scott was going for the live show because he seen the Africa thing was popular and he created an Africa diaspora channel. How does he reside? How does he bridge the gap now hating on African people? He got a whole channel called the African Diaspora Channel. How does that work? Right? He's talking about, that's on the Bill Scott channel. He's now FBA. He's talking crazy because he's a moron with his fucked up southern accent. We ain't never done you people nothing. What we be doing? What we talk? There's no way. There's no way. In a fair, equal world that he would get any views because he is a moron. He's an idiot. On full display. Said that years ago. This is an absolute idiot. This you can say about Jason Black and Professor Black Truth. They have a decent syntax, a good vocabulary. They can speak the English language at least halfway decently. Bill Scott is an absolute moron. He's an idiot. I mean that. Inside he's an idiot. That's why balls don't jump. They jump on bandwagons so much that they're gonna break their damn ankles. They jump on off of bandwagons. Because for them it's a money grift. So if they get more views, they get more money on the YouTube channel. So this was the latest money grip. So they jump on and off of their bandwagoneers. They jump on and off so many bandwagons, they got fucked up ankles. The bandwagoneers. They don't stand on anything. They don't believe anything. They have no core values. There's no core value to none of them. That's why it always, every 3 or 4 years, it's a new hustle, a new scam, a new identity. Because it's new, they gotta rebrand the hustle to make some more money on YouTube. It's never consistent. Oh, this bandwagon hustle's over. Time to make the new bandwagon and jump on that and fool black people again. That's what you get. That's what you get. That's what I find funny. That's what you get. So, also had no remorse, even threatening from the lawsuit. Yeah. Everybody smash that like button for me. So like I said, so back on topic, right? This FBA movement is for clown morons. It's not going anywhere, right? It's a distraction. It's not going anywhere because it doesn't have any clout. It doesn't have any gravitas amongst black people. There's no gravitas there. There's a bunch of morons on the internet screaming, hollering FBA. And you got your FBA thought leaders claiming FBA. We're FBA family. We're FBA. Okay. What have you built with your FBA shit? Your FBA. You tell me that over and over again. Your FBA. Okay, cool. Your FBA. I get it. Cool. Tell me what you're gonna build. Don't you tell me your FBA. Don't you tell me that. Show me something. Give me your FBA every 5 seconds.
That was involved with this negotiation. Gotcha.
So, is Kabuki Theater? Yeah, I don't even call it that. I think it's not big enough to even be Kabuki Theater email. I don't think it's big enough to be Kabuki Theater. So, share some things with you guys real quick. So, I don't think it's big enough to be Kabuki Theater email. I don't. I think that's giving them too much. I think that's giving them too much clout. I don't think so. I don't think it's even Kabuki Theater. So you know, so where did we do this? Okay, so you guys. So let me share some. Let me share this with you guys. So the gentleman that owns the building where I built the barbershop and oh, where's my thing at? Hold on, where's my thing? Hold on, it's still on. Hold on. I think I'm gone. Shit pop up. Continue. Okay, it's there. Okay. Maybe this one. This one. This one. Let's see. Oh, what's your time? 10 speed. I guess why is this thing not showing up on me? Hold on. I'm gonna take this one off and do it again. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm trying to work out my video quality here. See what's going on. Okay, that was long. Let me see something. That was long. Let me do something real quick. Give me a second, guys. Give me 1 second. It's the same time every Nah, man, I don't do no DJing, man. Nah. No, this is not even working. I'm going to continue to get over to this. I gotta start this thing again. So thing took me out of this thing. Yeah, you guys call and ask me. Take too long to work. Okay, there we go. Came back. Give me a second, guys. This thing finally working. This shit logged me up. God damn. Damn shit logged me out of all my damn shit. logged me out of I got logged out of everything. Shit, it's crazy. God damn. She logged me out of everything. Shit, I'm up there. We have the same. Call, yeah, nah. Call them. Look at the thing. Just be call number. It's gonna be 505-715-6496. I had to change it. You go. Yeah, call in. So call in, but the number's 505-715-6496. Just call in. Shit, all about everything. Shit, crazy. Yeah, you should be able to see it. Shit, goddamn thing here. You should be able to see it down there, right? Hey, I don't know. Remember, it's gonna be 505-715-6496. So call in, just if you got a question. I'll try to mess with this damn thing that keeps messing. I want to show somebody. We ain't got it no damn, which is crazy. Shit. Can't even show what I had. The whole damn thing is gone. God damn. I keep getting logged out. Alright, can you hear me, man?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me, my brother?
Yeah, I hear you good, man.
Oh, okay, man. Hey, man, I want to ask a question
Yeah, go ahead.
about reincarnation, right?
Alright, no problem.
Okay, so I heard a person say that when you pass and you come back, you're going to live those same experience. You're going to come to that same DNA line.
No.
And you're going to have those same people around your life.
No.
And I'm wondering, like, okay, but see, what I was told is it takes a certain point of time before a person can actually reincarnate back, and it takes an eon that you don't necessarily come right back based upon your deeds when you were here. So I heard a lot of different things. I'm very unsure as to, what to believe or what to think of. But I'm thinking, like, wait a minute, if you tell me I come back to the same mother, the same brother, and the same, the same predicament, so I do something better?
No. That's what a lot of white people be talking about. As far as
Okay.
they call them soul groups. So they talk about there's a soul group that you go through eternity. That's that false doctrine that they gave you from the demiurge, that you come here to learn shit. you go through all these different lives with karma, and you're trying to
Right.
you're trying to you're trying to work out your karma and become a better person.
Oh, well, if you-
Good.
right, okay, right, that's what I heard, right.
Yeah, like I said, it's all nonsense. It's all nonsense.
Okay.
Because what you are, you're the
Is there a way, let's just say if you pass today, or is there a certain generational time that you don't come back exactly right when you pass? Is there a certain time element that you have to it's going to be 7 times?
it's not a
Is there a
certain.
certain time element that you reincarnate?
No, it's not.
When you reincarnate, you have the same soul. Is it the same soul you had when you left from here, right?
No, you are soul. You're not 10 speed. That's a big construct of who you are.
Okay.
10 speed. Your soul
Okay.
is eternal. So you're in a soul trap, man. You're in a soul trap. You're coming back. If you don't vibrate high enough, brother, you're coming back here. Okay?
Okay.
You know
Okay.
because you have
Right.
okay, let me share my screen for a second. Give me a second. Let me show what I'm talking about. Okay. You have a
Yeah, that last show, man, was so deep. You got a lot of great shows, but that show was deep up deep. I got to correct you. Look at my past description. I've been with you since 2019. I didn't use the name 10 speed until I got a certain job.
okay. So yes, Joby was right. I was wrong. I didn't know shit. But okay, let me show you. Okay.
Okay.
You're in a soul track. Let me go here. Let me see the images of share my screen for a second. Images of got it. What are you doing? Shit. Let's see here. Okay. See images of the Van Allen belt. Sure, I'm talking about. Okay. Let me go to my screen real quick. Give me a second, guys. All right, you guys better see my screen. All right. So if you guys see here, that's why you know nobody went to no damn moon. You know the moon thing is a lie.
Okay, kind of break up a little bit.
Okay, you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you right now. Yeah.
All right, so understand here, this is a Van Allen belt. So this is a soul trap. This is an electromagnetic field that sits around the planet. And so if you don't vibrate high enough, I'm sure if you don't vibrate at least enough to gamma state, you don't vibrate to gamma state, when your body dies and your soul leaves the body, you're gonna get caught by that trap right there called the Van Allen belt. And your body's gonna be recycled into another body. So you're gonna come back regardless whether you wanna leave or not, because you don't vibrate high enough to go out of that magnetic field. It's going to catch you because it's depending on your vibrational status of your soul when you leave your body. So unless you're not going, I said, you must be vibrating in gamma or cosmic, what I was showing yesterday. You must be vibrating at that frequency to pass this belt right here, or you're coming back. So they're going to throw you in another body.
Well,
That has nothing to do with you.
Is your vibration based upon your knowledge and understanding?
It's based on that, because only with knowledge and understanding we understand that you're going to eat an alkaline diet. That's going to help you vibrate alkaline diet, how you treat. Are you there? No. Are you there? Where did you go? 10 speed, are you there? Are you there? Are you there? I don't know what happened to you, 10 speed. Are you there? I don't know what happened to you, brother. You just disappeared. Are you there? I can't hear you, 10 speed. I don't know what happened to you, man. I know, I can't hear him no more either. Jibba Jabba. I don't know what happened to him. It sounds when plug it up, there's something wrong with his phone. Exactly, I was hearing him good, and he just disappeared. Call back in, 10 speed. Let's try it again. Call back in. Call back in, hang up and call back in. Hang up and call back in. Try it again. Call back in, 10 speed. I don't know. Yeah, guess what? I don't know. Can you guys hear me now? Well, he kept saying so many questions I couldn't get it in. So there's a Van Allen belt here, guys. Show it over. You guys have a Van Allen belt. You live in a soul trap. So you have a certain individual according to ancient Kemetic text and the Dogon as well. So this magnetic field that sits over the earth is really a soul trap. And so if you don't vibrate high enough, this ogle sits so these things that you can't see feed off our energy, right? Things that you can't see that feed off our energy. So you must be vibrating at a certain level, a certain frequency to go past that. So you must be vibrating at least at gamma or cosmic light energy, which I showed you the wave spectrum. When your body dies, you must be vibrating high enough to go past this. And then, if you make it past this, there's another trap, right? There's another trap. That's because we know that this whole solar system was created by this demiurge, Yaldabaoth, or Ogu, whatever names you want to pronounce, whatever names you want to call it, right? So to get past this, you got this out here. Let me see. Let me see here. Here we go. The images of the Kuiper belt. Images of the Kuiper belt. So if you guys look at my thing, right? So even if you get out of the whole solar system, so I just see better. Whole system has another belt called the Kuiper belt, right? And so if you look at this, so this is our solar system. So there's a Kuiper belt that's called a prison. Okay, try it again, 10 speed. Just try. Call back in at 505-715-6496. Wow, that's crazy. You able to get? Let's see if I go. That's crazy. Hold on. Oh, let me do it like this. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me do it like this. Hold on. Let me get off of here and put it like this. Give me a second. This probably be easier. Okay, let me do it like this. Hold on. My Wi-Fi. This regular. Okay, do it like that. Okay, cool. Okay, now try it, 10 speed. Try to call now and see what you get. Might have been that, yeah. Try now, 10 speed. Try to call back in now, brother. Try it now. 505-715-6496. Try it now. I took it off the Wi-Fi and put it back on my regular network. Try it now, see what happens. show you. Don't have to. There it goes. Okay, there we go. It's working out. Hold on, I'm trying to get you down. Hold on. All right, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. I can hear you clear. I think what happened is I was trying to put the program on my TV too, so I can see the screen.
Yeah.
And I think that might have possibly caused a problem. But I want to see the screen real clear.
Oh, no wonder. Yeah. I'm saying, I don't know what happened.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, something there.
Can you guys hear me?
So deep.
Can you guys?
I've heard.
No.
On the TV show.
No, I'm asking them. Can you guys hear him now? You guys better hear him clearly now, right?
Can you clear?
Yeah,
Yeah, that show you this Friday, man, was
well, you gotta do.
like the
If you
show
got,
I've ever heard.
if you got it on the TV, just put it on mute. Put it on mute.
Okay. Now I thought maybe that's the problem. I got it on the TV, but I want to see the screen. I want to see what you were showing me, the video you were showing. I want to see that clear.
Yeah, put it on
I can't
mute.
really see it too clear on my phone.
Yeah,
Put it on mute.
Yeah, put your TV on mute.
Okay.
So you
Okay. So I got it. Now I'm gonna put it on mute because I really want to see exactly the screen that you had put up. I want to see that. Okay, I got it on mute now.
All right, there you go. You can hear me clearly still?
Yes, sir.
All
I
right.
said, repronounce at the farthest. Okay. Okay, now, right, I got it on my screen. I'm not sure if the screen is moving. Okay, the screen's live. Right, but I got to understand this, man. I got to understand. But let me ask you what to do. Even if it does, let me get that. Even if the vibrations depend on the knowledge and understanding, does it have anything to do with you being a good person or a bad person?
Well, what they got to do with you being a good person or a bad person is all about vibration and frequency. So if you're a good person, your frequency goes up anyway. So it doesn't. So understand that you live in a soul trap, right? This whole solar system that we're in, right? What I was trying to explain yesterday. The solar system we live in was created by the demiurge, or what they call Yaldabaoth or Ogo. It's got many different names, right? Yaldabaoth, Ogo, whatever. So this solar system here, this thing was cut off from the true creator, so it needs energy to sustain itself. So us as black people, we are its food source, we are its energy source. And so it was, so since it's low vibrational, that's why our world is so fucked up, why it's so evil, why everything's gotta eat each other, everything's eating each other for energy. That's why everything has to survive off something else's energy. It's parasitical. Because this thing created parasitical existence because it was cut off from true source, true creator. So we're in a soul trap, right? So what happens, that's why people have near-death experience. Oh, I seen the light, and they told me to go in the light. The light is the trap. The light is the thing this thing created to get you to walk in. So whatever you believe, if you believe in Jesus or Allah, Muhammad, Buddha, whatever the fuck it is, whatever big thing you believe in, that's what you'll see when you die. When you'll be guided into the light, which is called the astral plane, the lower astral plane, which is the lower part of the fourth dimension. And so you'll be recycled into another body. It has nothing to do with you come back with somebody you know or the same people. That's bullshit. But you'll never be white because you're black. So you'll come back as another black body somewhere on the planet. You just relive that life, not knowing your past life. That's why this has nothing to do with any karmic debt. Because to have karmic debt, you must know what you did in a past life. That's why that's a lie. That's why they giving all these lies on to school. You got to come back until you fix your soul and learn. That's a lie. You keep coming back over and over again because this goddamn thing is feeding off your energy. So if you get past this, so even if you get past the earth, the man up over here, you gotta get past this. This is your Kuiper belt. Outside, because this thing because this thing created what we call the solar system. All this thing created this shit, and so, and last, let me go
What?
right here.
Well, let me ask you
That's the
this.
type of bill.
When you do, let me ask you one question. When you do read the script, right, and before you reincarnate, do you see anything of your past life experience before you come back, before you actually come right back to the soul trap?
That's if you got
Do you
caught.
see anything in your past experience?
If you got caught in the soul trap, yeah, that's you coming back. They give you that big review.
Right, I'm saying, but before you come back, are you gone for a certain period of time to come back, and while you gone, do you see yourself of what you had done, or who you were on earth? Do you
That's
see
you.
that person?
That's you, yeah, that's you in the soul trap. Yeah, you coming back, they gonna give you a big review.
Okay.
That's you. They gonna come back and say, this is what you did. And you gotta change these things and blah blah blah. And then you get ready. Remember, there's no such thing as time and space, 10 speed.
Okay.
Time and space, you can be there forever and just be like you were gone 3 minutes. There's no such thing as time. Time and space is an illusion.
Right.
So you can be sitting up there for like 1,000 years, but when you come back, it's 2 seconds after you died here. It's an illusion. Time and space doesn't exist. So they'll just give you some bullshit and they'll shoot your ass into another body. But how have you learned? Because when you come back, your memory's wiped. Your memory's wiped. So how the fuck have you learned how you continue to progress as a soul? Because when you're here, you don't know. Obviously, me and you here were in the last life. We don't remember that last life. So how are we fixing what the hell we did in the past life? What are we fixing? We don't know shit. We don't know about the past life.
That's true. That's 100% true. But I have a question. Will creation or the universe ever get to the point that you can actually come back and you have an old soul, and it's like you start to remember past experience or previous life? Would that one day happen in the universe, or is that just something that just don't happen?
No, that can happen to you here. I'm saying, but that's if you want to come back here. Listen, the universe is infinite. There's many other planets. Can't speak.
Okay.
It's not the only planet.
Yeah, that's right.
You're in an infinite universe with life. Life is on all different galaxies and planets. You're trapped here. If you want to stay here, then that's what you keep coming back to live as a human in this fucked up existence. If you want to leave here when you die, don't go to the light. Don't be vibrating enough. You say, hey, you tell yourself, I don't want to go to no motherfucking light. I want to see what's real. I want to go back to source. I want to spend the rest of my soul finding out the rest of the universe. I don't want to be in no damn light and come back and learn shit. I learned enough shit here. Fuck learning here. Right. I want to go. I want to proceed to another dimension or another part of the galaxy. You might not be able to make it out of the out of the third dimension, but you'll be able to get past this soul trap here, go to other planets, and live a better life there. You know, and then those other places don't have soul traps. When that body does die, you do remember that life because you're not set up as a trap here. See, this is an evil place that we're in, set up by this motherfucking thing called the demiurge. So we're trapped here. This is a soul trap. So you don't want to. That's why you learn this life. That's why you learn this so you don't come back. What?
Right.
What were you about to say?
I wonder, in other dimensions, in other planets, are white folks there? This
No.
What I mean by
I just told you no.
Are we here on this? Right. Are we on Earth to deal with white folks because we just have to deal with them? Is this the purpose of being here?
No, it ain't the purpose of dealing. The motherfucker created the motherfuckers to fuck us up. No, it's not the purpose.
Oh.
This thing created all other races because it was trying to, it's low vibrational energy. So, as the Dogon ancient Kushites and communities told you, when they were creating these entities, you know, so let me try to explain this. Okay, hold on, give me a second. I thought I would explain this 100 times. Like 2019.
Man, this is deep. I heard a lot of deep messages, but last night messages, you know, it wasn't just deep. It correlates. It correlates with everything.
Exactly right, Jason. Yeah, everything is mental. Yeah, there's no speaking. Exactly. Everything is mental. Exactly right, Jason. There's no mouth. Exactly. Everything is mental. So yeah. So anyway, so okay, let me show you. So okay, so let me go ahead. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Let me pull this up real quick. Let me do this. Explain this. Give me a second. Let me get out of this. Let me go here. See here. Let me see. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Vortex. There we go. Okay, let's see. This is my main one. Look at both of them. Let's see. Where's my main? Look at my main image. Look at both of them. This one, show you this one.
They've taken this video down 3 times because it teaches you how to hit lottery tickets every week. Watch now while it's...
Okay, I'm gonna show that one. Let me show this one first. Okay, keep both of them. Show this one. Okay. Let me share my screen for a second. Okay. That's why they put all these illusions up when you get all this flat earth shit. You got morons talking about the flat earth nonsense. Talking about flat earth. They don't understand the universe first. It's the flat earth and there's an ice wall and all and there's other things behind that's outside the ice wall. These are psyops, okay? It's nonsense. So that's what I'm talking about tomorrow. I'll talk about the gateway protocol. So they know all this is real. They already know all this is real. Okay, so looking at my screen, in the universe, we are traversing behind our sun. And so our one solar system was created by this entity that decided to not wait for its feminine half. So I'm explaining this on the next video I'm gonna show. So in our galaxy, right, there's many galaxies, right? This is one. So the galaxy's so vast and huge, but there's trillions of, that's what the universe is infinite, guys. It's infinite. There's no beginning, there's no end. So in our one galaxy, right, as the universe is being created, understand everything is living, everything's alive. So in the beginning of life, the creator starts making what we call galaxies. And in the beginning, the galaxy, a baby galaxy is called what's what I'm looking for? I'm having a brain part there. A baby galaxy is called you guys help me out. But anyway, so you got galaxies that are birthed from what we call the center of the galaxy, right? Every center of the galaxy has what they call a black hole. See, it's not a black hole, that's a birthing chamber. That's where every galaxy, that's where all new galaxies are being birthed from. Those are birthing chambers. The center of every galaxy is called a black hole, but that's not. That's where new galaxies are birthed from, right? That's where new galaxies are birthed from. So, let's say, so that's where new galaxies are. A quasar, my part of quasar. So baby galaxies are called quasars before they start developing, right? So
baby galaxy called quasar. Okay.
They're called a quasar. So this entity, there's a quasar. Understand a quasar and galaxies are living entities. 10 speed. They're conscious. They have power. So every galaxy, when it's being born as a quasar. Yeah, exactly right, Armstrong. I got it. Yeah, baby galaxies go exactly a quasar. Thanks, Armstrong. It kept messing around my head. I kept trying to figure. Yeah, you got me. Yeah, 12% baby galaxy. Exactly right. So it's called a quasar. So this is a baby galaxy, 10 speed. So at the beginning of the universe, you have one baby galaxy called a quasar. That's the name when we talk about the demiurge, Ogo, or Yaldabaoth. That's the name they've given it. So it jumped out of the center of what we call the black hole. And what it did, it didn't wait. See, to create, you must have feminine and male energy. Just everything is connected. So when every galaxy, small quasar is being birthed, it has a male and a female. There's a female galaxy and a male galaxy. And so they connect, and together they start creating your new moons, your new planets, and your new stars. Okay?
Okay.
So, but this one quasar jumped out when it was birthed. It did not wait for its feminine half, and it started creating using the placenta, which is our sun. Our sun was its placenta. That's why it's as above, so below. Everything you see in your body is just a galaxy. That's what we are. We're galaxies in human form. So it did not wait for its feminine half to start creating into a bigger galaxy. So it started creating by having incest with its own placenta. So it threw off the balance of the universe. So the creator had to cut it off, right? So everything is connected in the galaxy through what they call a Brooklyn current. So the creator cut it off because it started creating a bastardized part of the universe. That's our soul. That's our solar system. Okay.
Okay.
That's our.
Okay. Let's ask one question.
Yeah.
I've seen the thing, and I'm kind of we started out with consensus, right? I've seen the thing. I thought it was so demonic when this people came my dad and they say like even a placenta.
You see?
And I know they do it, they make fun of it. But I'm like, this woman just said, even placenta. I think Young Sarah made a video on the but I think before we took that video, and I was wondering. When you said the placenta, and I thought about these people actually talking about eating placenta. Any correlation to it?
Well, your placenta, that's what it's as above, as below. It's placenta. The placenta is just your DNA coding. That's all it is. But that's all it is. But he was.
Okay, I was thinking about when they said the women give birth or something like that.
It is, but that's what I'm just telling you.
That's what I was thinking. Okay.
Well, I'm just explaining it to you. I just told you that's just, you have your placenta. It was a baby. Remember, this is a baby quasar. So it had its placenta attached to it. So that's the sun is its placenta. That's what the sun is. So since it was now cut in frequency, I don't know about the aliens. That's all bullshit. I'm gonna put aliens coming back in November. Michelle, hold on though. Anyway, let me get Virginia's people. Yeah, that's what they've been talking about. The 7 foot, the black aliens that's supposed to be coming back in September. In November. But anyway, so yeah, it's been everywhere. It's been everywhere because all your aliens are black everywhere throughout the universe.
Right.
So anyway, so this thing started creating without its feminine half. So everything was falling in vibration in this one part of the universe or this part of the galaxy. So it cut itself off, well, the creator cut itself off, and started creating what we call our solar system. Our sun, the moons, and the 7 to 9 planets here. The earth and all of these are the creations of Ogo, or the Dimir. The quasar creating its own little part, but it's out of balance because now it's low in frequency.
Okay.
And so what the creator did to try to purify this, it took the placenta, our sun, and it connected back to a bigger sun closer to the Paloma, which is Sirius. And when people talk about Sirius, our sun is attached to Sirius. So I understand. Yeah, so anyway, our sun is attached to Sirius energetically. That's why you go outside and sun gaze, and the energy from our sun comes from Sirius, which is the closer you are to the Paloma, the more energy you have. Okay, so it was correcting what Ogo did. So Ogo created the earth. So that's why all these animals must eat other animals, all parasitical. to survive. You should have to eat anything to survive. This feeds all persons, so everything feeds off another entity's energy. So this thing now being low in energy feeds off of us. So it feeds off of our energy. So which you can't see, everything has an aura field, tends to be an aura field. So us having an aura field, things feed off our energy that you cannot see, that sits out your visual spectrum. You have a small visual spectrum, but the things vibrate in certain frequencies, higher or lower, that you cannot see. So since the demiurge sits at a lower frequency and is created what they call the archons, what they got from the Bible calls them demons. These are low vibrational entities that Ogo created to serve it. And since it's cut off from true God, it has to feed energy from somewhere. So that's why it created a soul trap. So it just recycles your energy. So when you die, you just come back because it's feeding off your energy. So you can't get out of here. So
let me ask you this. Does the CERN machine have anything, let me see what they're called, the CERN machine, is that what he's trying to reenact?
Nah, some machine don't got shit to do with this.
Oh, okay, no, the reason why I asked that question, because I was setting out what you call the CERN machine, right? And I heard that people saying that this machine will move out so was going to create some kind of friction that it allows certain type of beings or entities to come on in. And I was wondering, was the white man trying to create a soul trap with that CERN? And you know, what you said right, I was wondering.
You already have a soul trap.
And they're trying to create
You're living a soul trap. That's what CERN is. CERN is bringing low vibrational entities up in here now. That's where you have CERN. CERN is opening up portals to lower dimensions. That's why this place is so demonic, so hellish, so unfair, so unequal. So let me show this real quick.
Okay, I understand now. I didn't understand. I was watching all these CERN videos, and I was wondering, you know, I had to understand that more clear understanding the purpose of that.
So what you see is we've been dragged by the sun through parts of our galaxy. And as you drag in certain parts of the galaxy, you're going to start going closer to what we call the colonization, the center. As you get closer, you start getting more light at higher frequencies. So this starts waking up African people. And you start becoming more spiritual, less material. So that's why whenever you start finding yourself heading toward the diploma, they want to lock it down and make it more wicked. Because you might be able to escape down the soul track. Because you're rising in frequency. So this, see, that's why they want you to live on a flat earth. No, what you see on my screen is how you drag through the universe. So this solar system was created by Ogo, but he can't control the way the earth travels behind the solar system. So every 25,000 years we get closer to Sirius, and the vibrational level on the planet changes. That means you start learning more, start knowing more knowledge, and then you might be able to break the soul trap that you find yourself in. So that's what I'm going to show you later on the next video. So that's what I'm going to tell you about the flat earth and all this other garbage. You have morons like, flat earth. Really? Moron. You can't look and see the universe, everything is round, but you're on a flat plane. And where? Hold up from where? How's water sitting on a flat plane? Of where? From where? Because you don't know that everything's connected. All planets are connected back to true God. Everything has what we call a Brooklyn current. The universe is just like your brain. That's why as above, so below. The universe is the mind of all, the mind of God. Just like what you see in the universe is designed just like your mind. That's why your mind looks like the universe, small version of the universe itself.
Okay. I'm glad I called.
So
I'm glad I called back about this. The Friday man was so deep. I'm like, damn. I don't actually want to see everybody, that last video was praying over and over again, over. That's it. I know that's got me in my spirit. That was stupid.
So then, yeah.
I'm trying to understand it all.
Man, I get you, no problem with that. So let me get out of this one. Let me go here.
Well, I like to know, brother Keith, I don't know if you want to call
You think you're fine after a car accident until this happens. Most people don't realize that even accidents.
Let me explain this to you. Okay, so I want to see what a galaxy is. Okay. This is one galaxy. See, with this one galaxy, there's trillions of galaxies. Our galaxy is so vast, right? So vast. It just takes trillions of years just to traverse our one galaxy. There's trillions of galaxies out here. So what I'm gonna show you is, let me show you this. I'm gonna show you the galaxy. Okay, so you see in the galaxy, so you see the light in the middle of this galaxy, right? That light in the middle?
Yeah,
that's the black hole right there. So right there, in the middle right there is the black hole. That's where the majority of light is. That's where new galaxies are birthed from in every galaxy. You have a male and a female galaxy called quasars birthing out of the middle of that light. And the more light you have up there, it means the more conscious, the higher you are in vibration. Right? Higher you are in vibration, the longer you live. So us as the Earth, this solar system is way out on the rim, so we get less light. So in this galaxy of ours, we're way out on the outer rim. So I'm going to show you, we're way out on the outer rim. So we get less light. So less knowledge. So this is our galaxy. So Ogo, see that light part? So that light right there, that's the birth chamber right there. That's the birthing chamber. That light, that's what new galaxies are birthed from, that light. They pop out of there, they shoot out male, female, then they Brooklyn current, then they start creating, those are baby galaxies, they start creating a new galaxy together. Women, man and women energy. Yeah, but he jumped out on his own and started creating his own solar system, which is ours, without his feminine half. So he jumped out with his placenta, which is the sun, and started creating low vibrational entities by having sex with his own son. It was creating incest. It's Ogu, so. And so, see right there, all that light right there, that's what they call the black hole. Right there, up there, you would have to be more spiritual, you'd be highly vibratory, right, to be close to the plasma. That's the center of every center of every galaxy, where your supernatural, we call supernatural beings will live in that area. These are the ones that would be building shit out of their mind.
Right. Is that when you attain to that level, would that be considered that was go actually study death? When you attain to that level?
When you do what now?
When you attain to the level you were saying does that come after you go through your seven death experience? Does that level occur or doing that?
No, there's nothing to do with no sudden death experience. You'll never get there. You're caught in the soul trap. You're way down here. Look, hold on. The thing is trying to stop you from getting up there. So look at my video right here and see where you're at in this galaxy. How far are you away? So you're further away from this paloma of light. Anything close to that is almost like it's high in vibration. That you would think in your mind would be a god, even though it's not true God. Anything that is way up there is would do things beyond your level of understanding. Right? See, so the Earth is way out here. You see, I'm sure where we at. We way over here. See that? We way black the planet. We way over here. This one little thing is our solar system. One of the things is our solar system right there. Way away from the planet right there. That's our small world. That's our whole solar system. That's our sun. And our 9 planets right there. Yeah, this is one galaxy. Yeah, that's what Ogo built. This is his solar system. He created that. That's why you see that thing around it trying to keep you here. We're not even, this is one galaxy, 10 speed. You talk about trillions of galaxies out there. Unnumbered, trillions. That's how small we are in one galaxy.
But what is the purpose of keeping us here?
What's what now?
For torment? Is what the purpose is this what we call hell, right? And what is the purpose of keeping us trapped here?
I just told you, so it can beat up your energy. It was cut off. Remember, it jumped out of the center of the galaxy.
Right.
And so it's cut off energetically. Us, we have energy because we're connected to true God. Okay. This energy is cut off. Yeah, it doesn't have everything is an energy source. You looking at your body and thinking that's your energy inside of a shell, inside of an avatar. As Jason said, you're nothing but energy. You're nothing but spirit. You're nothing but energy. That's why your body is electrical. You're an electrical being, 10 speed. That's why you can shout. Your body is electrical. So,
I'm gonna tell you something, man. I had a problem when I heard other people, including that dude representing, he telling white folks, our ancestors like that, including. I'm like, no, they can't be no fucking ancestors.
Brother who?
They cannot. When you said ancestors,
What brother?
Some. I think it was a guy called that representation. Some white guy called the show one time, and he was like,
that's that flat earth moron.
Right. That's what I said. This dude talking about the ancestors, and you collaborating with this dude. That's why I was saying, that's like years ago. I said, you got to do shit, but some shit didn't mean. That's part like common point. But the clarity I can do, but the thing about it is, how you gonna tell these white folks
everything he's talking about, hate to tell you this, everything he tell you is absolute nonsense. That's a moron.
I believe you. Listen to me. I believe you. I listen to everybody. That's how I learn from everybody.
Of course.
I know the nonsense, but when he started talking to the white guy, and they going over like they both had the same experience of out-of-body experience and the same truth. I said, no, this dude. I said, you can try to get more listeners and more money.
Exactly. So it's about money. Exactly. Of course. Exactly.
Yeah.
You understand? They can't. They're stuck in this illusion. Because they're non-melanin. So when they die, they're coming back regardless because they don't have the energetic force. See, melanin is the energetic force we're talking about. That's what they feed off of. Since you've been a melanated being, you are an eternal being. They are not. So that's a whole complete difference. Right. He's gonna get he just want to get money from white folks and make them feel good. That's why when Michelle's asking about the black aliens, you got white people out there lying to other white people. Oh, they got 10 foot white what do you call them, Nordics. That's a lie. There are no white people in space. Because you already know just by here, when they go in space, their bodies start to deteriorate, start to break apart. Right. Because they're not natural to the universe. All these other things. So unless you start having melanin, that's why the Moors went into Europe to try to get. Now some of them not. Some of these white folks have been, have black genetics. They've been given melanin. Not the majority of them, but a bunch of them have. So so some of them are lucky enough to get. That's what the Moors are talking about. You got to put melanin in this thing that was created. That's got to be. You got to put melanin in it. That's the God genetics. So that's your melanin. You're not going nowhere in this universe. That's why Michelle's asking about the 10-foot black alien, because you have to be black to traverse the universe. You have to be black, right? Because
go ahead. I remember a long time ago, it was about 3 years ago, there was this white man, he from England. He said they had a telescope so powerful that they said they actually saved men in spacecraft by the sun. Like they were using a spacecraft, they energy from the sun so they can go where they had to go. He said they were all black. So the edge was all black. He said they see this through this real hidden powerful telescope. I think
I already showed it. You talking
that video.
No, he wasn't England. He was Norman. There was a guy from NASA. He's called Norman Belgram. They were doing the rings of Saturn. So you had black aliens up around Saturn putting rings around there. And the ships were bigger than the Earth. And so they had, it was all black people. I said, they're black. Right? So And I think, what are you talking about, George? Will you be able to leave this world? You're not getting the Sirius. You got to leave the world to get the Sirius. We're tethered to Sirius, but once you die, George, you still you got to get out of our solar system. Our Sirius is not in our solar system. You got to get out of our solar system to get the. If you want to go back to Sirius, you're trapped. I just showed you you are in a soul trap, a created trap by this Ogo, this demiurge, this quasar that created our solar system. You're in a solar system, George. Understand this? You had nothing to do with it. You know we're near Sirius. Sirius is towards the Paloma. But to make this thing functional, the Creator tethered our sun to Sirius, right? Our sun is tethered. Let me show you. Hold on. Hey, I taught you guys all this shit before. Let me see it. Hold on. All right. Let me finish this real quick.
I'm gonna help us too. Okay, sure.
Let me show you this video. I show what I'm talking about. See, and you see the video, George, you're not nowhere near Sirius. Sirius is way up there by that light. Watch the light coming up in the middle. Towards the center of the galaxy. See that light up there? George, that light right there? Damn. See that light right there, George? That's the center of this galaxy. Sirius is towards the center of the galaxy. So all the beings that live there, you would call supernatural, because they can just use their mind to build shit from nothing. There's nobody dying up around that area. Nobody vibrating on a level that you can't comprehend. No one's dying up on that level right there. When you go to the Paloma, you're nothing but all energetic beings. Love, kindness. There's nobody killing nobody. There's no need, no want for nothing. We're way down here, way away from the light. So to get there, you must get out of those traps I showed you. You must get out of this reincarnation cycle. The reincarnation cycle is not normal. They told you it's normal to keep you in a trap. You must break the reincarnation cycle. You must get out of it.
Okay, right.
See how small that is? But that's our whole solar system in just one galaxy. See how tiny that is? It looks big in your mind. But the scale in the galaxy is small as shit. So it takes 220 million years for us just to go around this galaxy. 220 million years. See, and you go right there. So, right there, let me show this. So that's being tethered to Sirius right here, right? Showing you what the ancients told you. Right, let me show this. Let me stop this right here. So I call it 25,000 years, but they call it 26,000 years procession of time. You go up towards Sirius and come down. So when you start going back up, what you're going now, your vibrational level is going to rise. So that's why they're trying to lock you down with GMOs, vaccines, all that kind of wicked shit. Because you're now going back towards Sirius. You're in a 26, I call it 25, they say 26,000 year procession of time, right there, showing right there.
226 million lactate centers. Hey, well, you know what? Let me ask you this right here. Now, we got all the telescopes, they actually claim they send to other planets, they see the light of the planet. Could it be a light of other planets, but they just can't see it?
I just told you, I told you it's like on other planets.
Right, but they can't see it.
But they're not further out in the galaxy. How are they going to see it when we don't have the technology to see it? You know what?
Supposedly, they didn't send all kind of cameras ahead and they don't tell me that shit.
They ain't been sending cameras to it. You just seen it takes 200 million years to traverse this galaxy. That's one galaxy.
No, they say they got some cameras on Mars.
That's Mars. That's Mars. That's in our solar system. That's our solar system. That's not the whole galaxy, Tinsley. That's our solar system. Our solar system is lifeless besides Earth. They have not gone outside our solar system.
Oh, okay. Now, you said that right in the side first. Okay, but what happened is that I was wondering, could it be life on those planets, but they just can't see it because it's not for them to see? That's what I was wondering. But that's what you're saying now.
It could be other. There was another dimensional space. Yeah, of course, because we're in the third dimension. There could be people on Mars in the fourth and fifth and sixth, seventh dimension. Of course, we're in a different dimensional space and time. So yeah. So in another dimension, Mars is probably not all barren and dead. But in the third dimension, no, not in our dimensional time period, no, because it's a dead planet. But could there be people living in the fourth and fifth and sixth dimension? Of course. Those are different dimensions, different phases of dimensional space and time.
Okay, I understand that.
Yeah, so
right.
But we've not gone out of our own. Nothing we built has gone to all the part of the galaxy that you're looking at on this video. We've only been going to our little solar system, which you see right there, going throughout the galaxy right there. This little part right there. This is our solar system. We haven't gone outside our solar system. Our solar system is how small that is to this one galaxy. That's our solar system. We haven't been outside our solar system. There's no machine that's been out of our solar system yet.
Right.
That's it. See, look at this right.
It ain't gonna happen.
They gotta get past the Kuiper belt. Okay, see that right there? That little bit thing right there, that's us right there. That's our solar system. See how small that is? That's Mars in there, that's our sun, that's the Earth, that's Jupiter, that's Saturn, that's all the planets, just that little bitty space. That small little space throughout this one huge ass galaxy. Like I said, this is one galaxy. There's trillions of galaxies, Tinsley.
Right.
People living in other planets. Just in our galaxy alone, there's trillions of people living in our galaxy on other planets. This is one galaxy.
Right.
And so our solar system, the only livable planet in the third dimension is Earth in our solar system. But there's thousands of solar systems inside our one galaxy. So there's life forms all throughout our galaxy. So let me show you this. Let me show this. Let me show this real quick. We end up coming back. Yeah, we're supposed to, remember, that's what exactly right. Exactly right, Jason. You go to the Emerald Tablets, and those said, the Emerald Tablet, those are saying, when you leave your body, and you hit that field, and you hit it, you don't go through it, you know you're coming back. He said there's no reason to fight it. No.
There's no reason to fight it.
Let me answer Jason, but tell me.
Yeah.
Go back and get the Emerald Tablets, read them or listen to them. Those is telling you, when you leave the body and you don't go past the first belt, the Van Allen belt, you know you're coming back. He said, do this incantation so you can get your memory when you be born as a child again. So you remember your past life. So go get the Emerald Tablets. So it's telling you, if you don't vibrate high enough, you ain't fighting, nothing you can do. Your memory will be wiped clean. He's telling you. Your memory will be wiped clean and you'll be thrown in another body. So do this incantation, do this ritual, say these words, so your mind, but you must do it as soon as you hit the belt. You know you ain't going nowhere. You can't get past the belt. It's a magnetic field. Your mind will be wiped clean. So you better start doing that incantation. That's in that ritual he tell you to do. So if you want to know who you were in your past life, and you wake up with all your memories as a baby, you say it then, So you get a fresh start this next life. So you try to get out of this trap on the next life. See, that's how you don't throw this part of the shit, Jason, because he knows that there's a trap here. So how will he know that, Jason? Yeah, he's telling you about the trap. So everybody get mad, Brother Dowd, when you hey Gil, when you get mad at you about Thoth is telling you he knows it's a trap. He's the one telling you. That's what I told his ass is part of the shit. He's saying you're gonna hit the belt, and if you're not vibrating high enough, you're coming back. There's nothing you're gonna be able to do. You're coming back because you're not gonna get past that belt. So you're gonna be recycled as energy. Okay. So that's what he says. So say this ritual, so you get past that belt. That's what he's saying, right? That's what Thoth is telling you in the Emerald Tablets. He said when your body dies, he said when your body dies, your soul is going to be left free, and it's going to be a barrier. If you hit the barrier and you're not able to go past the barrier, don't fight it because you're not going to get past it. You don't vibrate high enough. Right. And so if you want to remember your life, remember your past life and who you were, so you can get out of here the next life, say these words. He said, say these words. So, that's what he said. Okay. So he said, say these words. Go back and read the Emerald Tablets, because I don't know the goddamn words. Go back and read the tablets. I don't know that shit. I don't know that shit by heart. Yeah. Go ahead and read them. Huh?
Here's another thing I heard. Here's another thing I heard before. What I heard is that two things I heard before. That before you came back to planet Earth, you had an agreement to really clear to have this family right here. When you come back here,
you ain't made no agreement with none of that shit. That's all a lie.
Well, I know it's bullshit. I know it's bullshit. I know it's bullshit. I'm going to bring it up in case folks have a question. When I actually thought it over.
That's all the school. That's all the school shit that you were told you're gonna pick your family and blah blah blah. You chose your life and all that shit. That's a lie because it's a soul trap. You're coming back regardless. You don't vibrate enough. You don't. What if you want to come back here? You're being forced to come back over and over again. That's some shit to soothe you. Yeah, you're gonna come back and you're gonna know who you're talking to. You're gonna pick your family and all that other goofy shit. Nah, you're coming back because you ain't got no choice. You are recycled. That's why the Matrix got it right. You are a battery. Shout out to the black lady who made the Matrix. That's what she's telling you. You are a battery. The energy to power this illusion that you live in, this solar system. You are the battery of this place. So they're trying to make sure you don't go nowhere. That's why it's a soul trap. You are the battery that powers this shit. As a black person, your melanin powers this illusion. 10 speed. So you're giving all kind of lies. Right. Yes, you come back and learn and choose your family. Well, what if I want to get the fuck out of here? What if I want to choose no family? What if I want to keep coming back? Well, you gotta keep coming back to learn lessons and all other stupid shit they tell you. Well, it's a big ass universe with infinite. Can I learn lessons someplace else? I gotta go to another part of this our galaxy and learn this lesson. Or I gotta keep coming back here. See, that's a shame. It's a lie. So
I mean, everything you said sounds very consistent. You know what I mean? It's consistent. So that's why I said I'm listening because I'm learning, because it's not like you have not picked one. Now, you said you got this to learn that you studying. Now this is a gift you got to do. So excellent people explain it the way you explain it, they were simple. Some folks explain it and it be hard. But you made it real simple. It ain't that your learning. This is a gift that you got. So that's what I'm trying to say. When you explain stuff like this, I love all the time we talk about, but when you get on stuff like this is how I know that you know who you're talking about. So in my opinion, your ass ain't never come back here again.
These are images of the Brooklyn currents.
Right.
No, I didn't say Brooklyn, I said Brooklyn. Not Brooklyn. I said Burke.
Hey, is the general and Big Cheese online right now?
No, I don't see Big Cheese ass at all. I don't know where he's at. No.
Oh, okay. This was the two brothers. The two brothers, like, come on, I like them two brothers on. The mosquito and the general and the Big Cheese.
Yeah, you understand? Your mosquito probably sleep because it's certain time over there. You know, he's over in England. So understand, guys.
He's in England. Okay.
Yeah, he's in England. You know. So these are what we call these are what we call the Birkeland currents. So this energy that's connected to the Earth, that goes to every planet, this goes back to the source, right? So these are the currents.
Right.
That's how you know there's no such thing as a flat Earth. These currents are connected. There's a currency, this currents of energy coming from true source, right? From true source back to itself. So everything is connected in the universe energetically through these currents. Trying to get a better picture with this. Everything is connected through these currents. So the Earth is tethered to the sun, every planet is tethered to these energetic currents. So they all getting fed energy back to the Creator. And all galaxies are created. So Ogo didn't wait for the connection with its feminine half. So when it started having sex with its own placenta, the true Creator cut it off. So it's not connected to any of these currents right here, right? I'm trying to get a better picture of one. Let me see. I see now they keep trying. They used to have good pictures of the Brooklyn Council. Now let me see. Let's see, let me see. So I get a good picture of one. Hold on. These currents. So everything. So that's why you can't build a flat Earth, because you're connected energetically. You have female and male energy coming through, vortexing in and out of this planet and every planet. So the sun, so if you understand, all stars are masculine energy. All planets are feminine energy. So
okay.
Yeah, that's why you know. That's why you know that the Earth is a feminine. Is feminine. It's a feminine entity, living feminine entity. The stars out there are masculine. They radiate. See, femininity draws in, so they draw energy in, and masculine energy radiates. So that's why you got to see how energy works. So we know everything is fed energy from the source. So all things are connected through these currents right here throughout the universe. Let me see images of images of the universe connects. Try to can't get no good pictures no more. What you about to ask me, 10 Speed?
No, I was going to say, so, like you said, it all comes together female. Well, I've been hearing lately, but I heard for like the past 10 years, that the feminine energy was first. So woman was here first on planet Earth.
Yeah.
Woman is man first.
Of course the woman was. The woman was created first because she's the bearer of life. So and she's XX, so she has no chromosome. So the man is nothing but a hybridized woman, to tell the truth, because that's in the womb. We're all girls first. A man is a woman before he becomes a man in the womb. Every baby starts out as a woman, 10 Speed, a girl, before it becomes a man.
So is that the aspect of it in the outer realm too?
That's the aspect of everything.
Like you said.
As above, so below. That's the aspect of everything. So the universe is feminine and masculine energy together. You can't. That's why you need man and woman energy to create. That's why Ogo's out of balance. That's why homosexuality is out of balance. He's a man. The Ogo is a male quasar that didn't wait for its feminine half. It started having sex with with its own placenta. So it was cut off in vibration because it didn't have to create, you must have feminine and masculine energy together. That's balance.
Right.
That's why two men can't make a baby. It's unbalanced. You understand? And so that's why in this world they're trying to have you accept things that are outside of nature and unbalanced. Everything you get here is trying to keep a low vibrational energy so you'll never break out of this trap. While your music is fucked up, your food is fucked up, your life is fucked up. That's keeping you in low vibrational energy. Understand? While your movies are fucked up. So understand this. This thing has to feed off low vibrational energy. While you have a war, conflict, because it feeds off low vibrational energy. So that's when you die, you're calling all this low vibrational soup. And you haven't risen your vibration because everything around you, you've been inundated with low vibrational shit. Your mind frame, your materialism, you have not cut yourself. That's why I'm telling you to be of this world, but not part of it. Be in the world, but not of it.
Right.
So everything you've been fed is low vibrational. To make sure you come back to this trap.
Sure is. You sure right about that. But I'm telling you what low vibration is. Now, I know why you're supposed to have low vibration. I know they are. But these particular people that they call the so-called short hat, I don't want to say what I'm going to say, short hat, they are a different kind of look than short hat.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They're specifically trained.
They are a different kind of low vibration. Yeah, so my question is, did these two so-called Europeans, they come from two different types of so-called evil gods? Because we know the evilness of the Europeans, but a particular group of Europeans, they had to come from a particular type of person. No, they live right. They act like. But that particular group with the short hair, there's something about them that is so different.
Yeah, they're not. No, they're not different.
What I mean is, they all the same, but these folks have more of a control mechanism than any other European on the planet.
Yeah, because they're lacking all of them. They created a certain thing. They are the complete reflection of Ogo. That's why they're blue bloods. That's why they're created in a certain way. They are the ones ruling the world. They're the ones following Ogo. They'll tell you that they worship this thing. That he's the one who put them in power. Yeah, they completely different.
Okay. Can you repeat that word again? What it's called? It's called Ogo?
There's different words for it. Become Ogo. Become Ogo, O-G-O.
Okay.
Ogo, or the Demiurge, or Yaldabaoth. So if you want to know the name, go get the Nagamani text, or just go get Dogon Cosmology, right?
Dogon Cosmology.
Yeah. So, go get Dogon Cosmology, and they'll explain to you what I just said about jumping out the center of the pole seed. They call it the pole seed. I call it the Paloma of the galaxy. And started creating with its. Let me sorry about it. Give me a second. Let me see this real quick. Let me go here. Let's turn. Dogon Cosmology. Okay, here we go. Dogon. The complete system. Let's see here. So let me just tell you that exactly. And the supreme creator who is believed to have brought order to the universe. Let's see here. Yeah, exactly. So let me go read this. Dogon cosmology is a complex system integrating it's not mythology. It's what's real. They want to call things myth and mythology. And ritual practices deeply rooted in their understanding of the universe and its creation. Central to their belief of the creator god Amma, which is Ra, the ancestral spirit known as the Nomos, and the detailed knowledge of ancestral bodies, particularly Sirius and its companion star Sirius B. So when you read this story, that's when you know we connect with Sirius. You go back to Dogon Cosmology. Let me go.
Okay.
Hold on, let me go here. You see the name Ogo. Let me go here. Exactly. Dogons are are from Kemet, exactly. We get ancient Egypt and Judaism. Let's see, let me go to one of them. I'm trying to go to one. Trying to go to one of them. Let me see what this one's saying. Oh man, it's a white one. I hate when you white people doing shit, you know. See here. This was studying the Dogon, the egg, okay. So this is the cosmic egg. Also they call them the pale fox. That's right. Also, the demiurge is also called the pale fox. They call them. So let's see here.
The pale fox?
Yeah, that's what they also call the pale fox. Let me see here. In the beginning, so the Dogon people say there was a giant egg, which is the universe. I don't tell. One day, for no reason that anyone knows, the egg began to pulse inside 7 times. Seven times it shook, and as it started to break upon a spiral until the shell expanded to the ends of the universe. Okay, it's beginning. Okay, so thus was created born, and ever since the dog star, the Sirius star, has marked the place in the sky where it all began. So we see the dog star, which is our star, so we know that's the beginning, because our sun is connected to Sirius. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, so the Dogon also say that this is the small star orbiting Sirius, the smallest, heaviest star that holds all the essence of the universe. Its movement on its own axis and around Sirius supports all of creation in space. So that's the beginning. So our galaxy is the beginning galaxy of all galaxies.
So our galaxy is the beginning?
Yeah.
Our galaxy is the beginning of all galaxies?
Yeah, that's why Ogo is in this galaxy. That's why the Dogon. Okay. So the Dogon, so called, which is we'll pass all that shit there. Let's see, let me go back to where I'm talking about. There was something. Yeah, so he said, however, something went wrong in the making of the first pair of twins. See, this is the male, so this is the quasar. The male was born before his due time and without his feminine twin. So this Ogo, being born without its feminine twin. And as it broke from the egg, which is the center of the galaxy, the black hole, the center of the galaxy, as it broke from the egg, a piece of its birth sac, which is the placenta, flew off into space, and this became the Earth. But nah, it's not true. That's only this white person writing this shit. No, the placenta, the birth sac, it's not Earth. It's the sun. Okay, so the first son whose birth created the Earth was, here we go. I told you. Known as the demiurge, or they not call him Ogo, they call him but I call it another name. Urugo, right? Urugo. The Earth was Urugo, also known as the pale fox. He was a rogue and trickster, and he was also very jealous of true Creator God. This is where your Bible shit starts. They start making your Bible your devil. Yeah, jealous of the real God. He decided to take the Earth Mother, which is not the Earth, for himself and make it even better than heaven. So he fled there with Kazulu, the final seed, which he meant to sow in the earth. But with all the bad beginnings, things did not go well for the pale fox. The earth remained in darkness, exactly. Earth remained in darkness and was dry and dust, so nothing could flourish. At last, Urugu saw that the world would never be complete and good without the presence of his twin, which is the female soul. So the pillbox went back to heaven to find his female twin and bring her back to the earth. But Amma, the true God, creator God, was angry at the way the pillbox, Urugu, had interfered with his plans for making the universe, and banished his first son back to earth, where ever since he has roamed, okay, in darkness. So that's Urugu, right? The dry desert place which bore searching for his female twin. But anyway, I'm not reading all this shit.
Right. Okay.
But anyway, that's Yal the Broth, or Urugu, or Ogo. See, so most Dogon's scripts call him Ogo, not Urugu. So in here they call him Urugu. Okay, the ladies call him Urugu. I always say Ogo, but how you gonna, here they say Urugu. So this is the end. This is the quasar that created this solar system.
Okay.
Let's be.
The quasar. Okay, quasar. Okay.
Right, baby galaxy. It's a galaxy. It's a baby galaxy.
Baby galaxy. Okay. I got me some new notepads yesterday, so I'm taking my notes. So I got you on that. Okay, because you speak to this one trying to say, because you speak so much truth, they'll cut yourself off.
Well, they cut it off, but they've always censored me. Exactly. They've already censored me.
Yeah. I think you be breaking their back, Keith.
Yeah, they've already censored all this stuff. So, that's why you see, see here. But anyway, so, see signs of the Dogons, you see this thing. Signs of the Dogons. Yeah, where's one you paper some shit? Let's see. Go to African tradition, no, I don't want that. Egypt. But anyway, so that's what that is, guys. So understanding that's so much I want to show. Okay, so anyway, understanding that, so you got this demiurge, Urogo, whatever name you want to call him, Yaldabaoth, you know, in the Gnostics they call him Yaldabaoth, in Dogons they call him Urugu or Ogo. I always call him Ogo, or Urugo, whatever. Whatever the goofy name is. We know that things exist. When you go into the Emerald Talents, he's called the Dweller. You know, it took me a long time to figure out who the fuck is this Dweller? Who is those talking about? Who's the Dweller? So about all the years I still took, I didn't realize that for like 8 years ago. I said this Dweller, that's Urogo. That's the demiurge this motherfucker's talking to. Damn, it took me that long to figure that shit out. In the Emerald Tablets, that's the demiurge that Dope is talking to. That's his ass. Like, yeah, because remember he be the closest thing to what Dope would think is a god. Because remember, Dope is telling you, when you look on Ogle, you won't be able to look on because he's too magnificent. Nothing but light, right? He's not the God, but he be, since he was the first creation of God, he be full of light. So that's why it took a long time to realize, so that's that cat. He's working for the enemy. I don't know wonder. I'm going to say question everything, especially anything we're attempting to do before. Okay, I got you. But anyway, family, so, go ahead.
Let me ask you one question. Before people got this planet as far as physical being on this planet, a lot of people already on. What happened is a friend of mine, he said, he said the Earth never had, he said black folks never had a birthplace on Earth who was here.
No, you can't be serious.
I mean, at the beginning that we actually land on planet Earth.
It's the beginning of Earth, but we didn't start on Earth. Your next goes back to Sirius, back to the beginning. That's what they talk about. You come from the star system Sirius. You see it here later on.
So according to the Dogon, it's like that you were physically somewhere. Then we physically became here, or we manifest somewhere physically.
Well, you were spirit first. You were soul. You were non-physical beings first. So understand, The only reason you're physical now because Ogo created a physical existence here. You're a low vibrational being. So you as a soul, you are non-physical. Coming here, you fell in frequency. So you fell into skin. You fell into the body. The body is a lower form of energetic light 10 speed. You're lower dimensional. Sirius, you're higher dimensional. You don't have any body. Huh?
Okay, so we were never physical on other planes before we got here. We were never physical until we got here.
Well, you were less
physical presence.
You were less dense. Let's say not physical. You were less dense. So did you have a body most like, but you weren't as dense. You weren't as physical as you are here because this is a low vibrational planet created by Urogo.
Okay.
I'll get the name right. Urogo. Just if you say Ogo, so let me say there. Go ahead.
Lower vibration created a physical body.
Creates
so
physical.
Is there any vibration lower than this, like a planet that's lower than this?
Well, of course there is. Yeah, there's other dimensions that are lower. That's what I'm saying. You got other dimensions that Ogo and them, they open up portals to lower dimensions. That's what CERN is. And so those dimensions are not physical beings, though. They open up things that you see that you can't see that sit in a vibrational frequency lower. Let me show this. Hold on, let me see.
Okay, because that might ask me a question. I'm like, now I was trying to research some of these things.
This is
People tell me a lot.
spectrum.
Right. I was wondering, is there a vibration lower than planet Earth? And if so, is it filled with a lot of violence, or is it filled with just so much turmoil?
No, yeah, I mean, it'll be low in consciousness. So let me share this. Let me share this right here. Okay, so let me do this. This might be easy for the rest. Let me share this. Okay. These are frequencies and where we sit. So you see in the middle, our visual light spectrum is very low. This is what we see. So higher dimensions are gamma. That's why you must at least be at gamma to get out, because they ain't got the whole thing. Past gamma is cosmic rays. So up the higher frequency would be cosmic rays, gamma rays, X-rays, and ultraviolet. I think these Anunnaki motherfuckers sitting in ultraviolet. They're not high as X-ray gamma. So you got lower than us, lower dimensions would be infrared. That's why years ago when they made the night goggles and red formation, those guys could see in lower dimensions and they were demons. You guys remember when I showed you that? See if I can find it on YouTube. When the army made red night goggles and those guys could see the lower dimensions, they kept seeing demons and start shooting shit. You got microwave, you got radio rays, these are lower dimensions. So CERN's open up portals to these lower dimensions where entities are living in these dimensions that you can't see. So when they come in here, that's where they created white people from. They took a white avatar, white body, non-melanated, and then open up portals so they can put these low vibrational energies up in it. You understand that? To make it wicked, evil.
Okay.
So that's what happens. And you being black, it's hard for them to penetrate your melon unless you on dope, on drugs, or drinking, or doing all kind of jerking off. It depletes your aura field. You have an aura field of energy. That's what you are. You're an electrical being.
I told my buddy, I said, hey man, you get me jack off, man, you got your energy off. You back around. I said, no, I said, man, I said, what I learned is that, you know, you have a lot of things in your energy in your body. When he said, man, bro, why do men jack off so they get older? I said, that's electricity. Then I heard the show one time, and you had played that one guy that had said something. I said, I want you to play one part. Why? But he said you can't be doing it because he's treating himself. And you know, it was like he said, we just have a conversation. He said, I said, no, it's like he's treating himself. It's like you just casting yourself out. That's why the Bible said, don't cast yourself on the ground. I said, there's something spiritual about that because you have a lot of energy in your body that you can actually utilize for spiritual purposes and for spiritual greatness. And then that sperm seed, there must be something about that sperm seed that is so great that once it builds up, it gives you supernatural energy.
That's exactly that's what it is.
When you play that video.
Well, that's what it is. Your energy. That's your energy. Your energy stored into your sac, your sperm sac. So you would take that energy and you would transverse that up, learn how to breathe correctly, and put that all throughout your body. Because that's the energy that now allows you to be interdimensional, 10 speed. You can talk to certain entities in these other frequencies that you cannot see. Because now you're dealing on an energetic level. Now you can levitate, fly. All this stuff is based on energy. Okay? All this stuff is based on energy. Go ahead.
Is that what astral projection come in? Because like I told somebody, I said,
well, astral projection has nothing to do. No,
I'm trying to relate that to astral projection. Like when you sleep.
Astral projection has nothing shit. That's you. It has nothing to do with your energy here. The energy on the planet is you. It's astral projection is you leaving your body.
Okay.
That's you leaving your body. That's you understanding how to detach from your body. With those to start in the emerald tablets, you need to learn to do that. See if you got enough energy. He telling you that. He tell you learn how to do that before you die, so you know if you can leave this motherfucker. Because if you leave your body and you hit that belt and you can't go past it, you know when you do die, you gonna be recycled. He's telling you to go and try to go. What?
That happened to me about 4 years ago. 4 years ago, for some reason, man, what happened is that I was laying down, I was meditating, right? I was fasting, I was trying to fast. And what happened is that I got real deep, right? And I knew what happened is that it seemed like I heard, you know how you hear the helicopter sound?
Yeah,
like the helicopter just taking off?
Yeah, you left your body?
Yeah, I heard like a helicopter taking off. All of a sudden, I heard like some kind of you know, the old transistor radio trying to get a station, and it can't make that sound. But all of a sudden, once you clicked in, I heard like some noise. It's like click, it's like okay, take off. Then all of a sudden, I felt myself actually leaving my body.
Where'd you go? Did you get scared?
Well, I said what happened is, I started floating to the sky. And then that thing I know, I started visiting people, I started seeing people who I never remember physically. It's like I know their spirit. Like I see their face. I see the wrinkles in their skin, I see numbers, and I can see words. And everybody's right. And it was about a good while, right? All of a sudden, I said, man, I'm going to a tunnel. All of a sudden, when I got to the end of the tunnel, all I heard was the helicopter stop, like that, and then all of a sudden it stopped. I opened my eyes, and man, I was breathing fast. All I was doing was traveling. But I was flying though. When it stopped, and I woke up, I said, damn, what just happened to me? And I woke up and I came back to my body, and I was breathing real hard. And I knew that when I was 16 years old, when that got to me, I would stop myself, but I would be scared. And then I heard the preacher tell me, don't stop yourself. You got to go through this. That preacher was a white man, too. Like a white man he was. He said, don't stop yourself. You got to go through this. You got to make it happen. But I was too scared. But I was scared if I leave my body too long, I ain't going to come back to it.
Now you're telling
you know what I mean?
Now you're telling your body.
Right. Right. Now I researched it, right? I said, damn, this is other people's experience too. It's just me. The crazy part about it was the way when it started off. The helicopter that was spinning. Now I don't see it. I'm just hearing the sound. Then I hear the transistor radio like it's trying to connect. It's like okay on the right channel. Now what I found out is other folks going through this stuff right here too. But I listened to you one time. You kind of explained it, and I was like, damn. I said that Paul came and told him my spirit that time But I just said, listen to you one time. You explained that. I did call you and see about it. You explained to me. But that astral projection, man, is real. And the thing about it, you can't tell me people that they gonna say you crazy. So you can't
They can't say you crazy, 10 speed. Those are morons. It's real. So I'm saying it's real. And you know, listen, this is real. This is science. It's real. It's not like this is real, 10 speed. It's not made up in your mind. Astral projection is real. So you guys see right now, you guys see my visual spectrum. So we can see gamma rays, X-rays, all that stuff. So, hold on, let me do this. So
gamma rays, X-rays, ultraviolet rays, visual rays.
Yeah, radio waves. So those are your lower frequencies. Anything with a longer band of energy, because that's what your waveforms. That's what you are. You are a wave. So when they bring in other entities from, like infrared or radio waves, parts of the dimensions, the lower vibrations, they come down as a wave, open, so they don't have a body. That's why they try to host themselves on your aura field to take over your body. All right. That's why we know the demonic possession is real. It's not made up thing. See, Hogo controls this planet. You've been told lies and how things don't really work. Okay? So, so you see, people think you're crazy, but they're talking about, let me see this. The CIA's Gateway Protocol. Okay, so CIA's Gateway Protocol, I understand this is already proven with 10 speed things, and if you say to people, they're going to think you're crazy. This is already known science, 10 speed. CIA's been doing this forever.
Okay.
The CIA's Gateway Protocol is a gateway protocol process, and once classified in 1980, report by U.S. Army Intelligence, declassified by the CIA, that analyzes the Monroe Institute's technique of altered states of consciousness. Is about leaving your body. So anybody knows about Monroe, his name is Robert Monroe. Robert Monroe did what 10 speed did, and is a white man that scared him to death. He thought he was going sick or he had cancer. He thought he was sick or he was going cancer. Like this back in the 50s when it happened to him, he was scared to tell anybody because they thought he would be crazy and put him in a mental institute. So what we saying, out of body OBEs, out of body experiences, and we said remote viewing, leaving the body. This is real. So the CIA declassified this. They do remote viewing, they do out of body experience, what 10 speed said he was able to do, and got scared. This is real. What you have to do 10 speed is real. How the universe really works. That's what the Emerald Tablets tell you, with your 50,000, what you did was real, it wasn't an illusion. You just didn't have the knowledge to know that it was real. You were scared to tell anybody because you believed they thought you were crazy. This is how the universe works. Your body is an illusion. You are a spirit, a soul, an energetic being housed in this body, which is a magnetic field. You're housed in a field.
Yeah, but you talking to a brother. They used to go down Madison Street on the west side, on the name of Jesus, speaking, touching people's legs, ankles, and talking to them. And I used to watch spirits come up out of them. Now, I didn't know that was a gift because
there you go.
my gift is people like me. So I was able to use that to essentially for people to be healed. Even though I came in a religious Christian form, I still had that gift that I was able to attract people. And there are a lot of people that got healed with me. You know, and this when I was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I was under pressure, I was under illusion of religion, but I believe that shit so crazy that people actually got healed. I wasn't talking out of it, they didn't really get that. It actually happened.
Yeah, so,
And, you know,
but all the stuff.
crazy shit I was saying was, in the name of Jesus.
Yeah, man, all that stuff.
Of course. You couldn't get me to believe right now.
Of course, but I'm saying all that stuff you experienced was real. analysis assessment of the gateway process. So he's telling you about all the stuff you experience is real. It's not fake. It's all real. So what is
when I got hold of this station, I knew that it was some real shit that I was experiencing.
See, the CIA gateway process refers to the analysis of training technical techniques developed by Robert Monroe and the use of binaural beats and other audio frequencies to synthesize the brain's hemisphere and induce altered states of consciousness, and to experience out of the body experiences with 10-speed did. This is real. We know this is real. That's how the universe works. Your body is a magnetic field keeping your soul here grounded. Your body is not real. It's a magnetic field. You're born into this soul trap with this body. You're a soul living many lifetimes trapped in this body to be Urugu, or whatever you're going to call this goddamn thing. Urugu, Yahweh, Demiurge, whatever. So what I'm showing you on my screen, the CIA's already proven this is all real. This is CIA. It's not no crackpot thing you just said half the people. You talking to morons. CIA has already proven this is factual. This is real. You leave your body. Your body is a magnetic field. So you want to raise your vibration, you better leave your body. Some people can do it like you, just make it happen. Like the white guy, Rob Monroe. But he knew, he's white, he knows he could never go, he talks about it in his book. That's how I started years ago reading his book 40 years ago. He's talking about, there's a certain part, I ain't know what's called the Van Allen, but he couldn't go no further. Being white, he don't vibrate high enough to go no further. He said certain parts, it was this field I couldn't see, I couldn't go past it. Him as a white man, he could leave his body like this, but he couldn't go past that. So that's what he's showing you right there. Gateway process.
You know, I went to
Go ahead.
a church where the preacher was a white man. I ain't gonna lie about that. It's in the 80s. And I think my grandmother came to unexpectedly to church one day. But this guy was preaching against religion back in the 80s, right? And they had him on FBI surveillance. And this man was telling people their first name and their last name. And a friend of mine came to my job one time.
Mrs. Claiborne. That ain't hard. That ain't hard to believe
that. The thing about it is that he told her mother her son's address in Baltimore, Maryland, and where the God was going to come to rescue her son. And that boy was healed. Now, me and that girl was cool, but that happened. But, you know, matter of fact, he died 2 years ago. And, see, at church they I was probably Sweetie Man, but they got Walter Payton when I was a teenager. But I was supposed to be the next person to come up after him. But I couldn't do the Jesus thing because I started getting more information. But that I think people got healed in that man's church since 1982. Yeah, and FBI came out of church, and they like, you gotta stop this shit. Because the church is like about all the races in the church, all these races had left, which is mostly kind of black people and everything too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I had left for like some years. But I would say this, he's the first preacher I ever heard that used the Bible to teach about the DNA and the heathen. So everything I ever learned as far as like biology and mathematics, I learned from that white man. Matter of fact, his name is Harlow White Ministries. And until I got to YouTube, I was under that church service from 1982 in 8th grade until 2013 possibly.
Okay.
And that man told my mama, your son will graduate on time, but I fell here. And then he said, some guys after you. Something gonna happen to him. And that dude got shot.
We're collecting a lot of games. So we're collecting like the agent that's on the machine.
Now, that's white man, so see, that's me that told me.
I first met him in the...
You know, he said he wasn't white. I was the situation, brother. You know. But it's kind of, the reason I brought it up because now I'm trying to identify and white behavior. But what I was wondering is that, can white folks get certain gifts?
Yeah, you get that
from certain spirits?
No, they're not doing no spirits. No, you cut that. No, wait, you cut that Christian bullshit.
Go ahead,
No,
brother Keith.
you cut none of that Christian stupid shit. No, they're gonna. White people are gonna be clairvoyant, yes, because they're what they were created with. They're created with what we call. If anybody knows anything about what they were created with, so we have things that were created from the ether. Ether meaning the creator, right? Because these come out the etheric field. So what you have with them, they were created with, and I'm sure why Enlil, Jehovah, or whatever created these things with this, so they would have these certain clairvoyant attributes. Because if you guys know anything about an octopus are clairvoyant. So octopus, that's why you had octopuses out there, what they use an octopus to gamble with. Declare who was winning the Final Four. I showed you guys that already. Can you hear me?
Oh.
You there? Can you hear me? Can't speak. Can you hear me? Can't speak. Can you hear me? Are you there?
I'm here right now.
All right. So we know the octopus is clairvoyant. Octopus, they use octopus in gambling. They would use them as, like I said, to choose certain football games, basketball games, soccer games. And so we know that when they would create these individuals, they were created with octopuses. So they have clairvoyance because they was putting them because they have octopus genetics, 10 speed. You understand that?
Okay. Yes.
So let me show this again. Yeah, they call. Let me show this again. Let me show Dynamo Jack first. Understand about your when you build up your chi force. Okay, let me just show this real quick. So I've showed this many times. You be the Asian, they can do it too. You can do more because you're melanated. That's why you don't be nothing. So your chi force, as a black person, once you raise your vibration and don't be nothing off, you store up energy. And so you learn how to do breathing techniques, how to circulate that energy from your testicles up to the rest of your body. Well, you can shoot laser beams out there, you can stop bullets, all this shit is real. That's why Marvel comics are about you. Okay? So this is the guy showing, he wasn't supposed to be showing people he knows how to do this. But let me just show you.
I first met him in the early 80s in a Chinatown of urban Java. He didn't want his real name or address revealed, so we called him DJ for Dynamo Jack. He was only a healer, he said, but he did direct a powerful energy generated from his own body into his patients. Sometimes he used the needles, sometimes just his hands.
So it's energy that he's put up through his body. You know, the Asians call it chi, or you call it prana. This energetic coming from your life force, which is your genitals, you would induce that to the rest of your body. So you can start fires, lasers from your eyes, and just have control of it, because you can kill people, not understanding how to use it.
The energy chi, and it was so strong that he usually needed a grounder to hold his patients' feet. For years we followed him around Java on his healing rounds, pleading to be allowed to film him, but he always refused, saying his powers resulted from a type of meditation with an ancient tradition of secrecy. It was only when my brother Lorne was suffering from a serious eye infection that he finally allowed us to film him in 1987.
It was nothing like any acupuncture I'd ever had. I was getting really powerful electric shocks and couldn't control my movements at all.
Yin yang, positive and negative, you know. And my positive from here and my negative from there. And we need to.
You see what he's telling you? He's showing you his growing area, your sperm, your life force. He's showing you connected from his birth. And what you do through meditation and discipline, that's why you need an alkaline diet. So you raise your vibration. What he's doing is shooting that energy, that life force throughout his body, which is electrical. That's why I don't want to teach you none of this stuff. Okay? So he's able to heal people and then start fires and everything else with his hands because he's full of energy. That's why when you start raising energy, you start moving things with your mind.
Right.
It's all real. It's not make-believe.
Better, this can get like electricity.
And is this because you're special? You have a special sort of...
meditation every day.
It's meditation.
Meditation every day. Like you can touch me, like this. It's nothing, okay? It's my burn. Like this.
For our sound recordist, it was also a shocker. He then took our newspaper outside and showed us how she could also be used to set things on fire.
His body's going to start this paper on fire. It's a product with spirit.
When he heard we'd shown this footage in public, he was very upset and refused all our future efforts to contact him again. As the years passed, we sadly resigned ourselves to never seeing him again. My brother Lorne never did, for by 1997 he was already dead, when I again found myself with DJ, now treating me for an eye problem.
Let me get out of that. But, that's all I wanted to show. What else? What were we talking about? What were we talking about before that? I'm about to show you something I forgot. Shit. I forgot. You still there?
Oh, no. Yeah, I'm here. I was talking to you.
What were we talking about?
I was saying that, that the street guy was talking about a gun is so long with a white man.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Do certain things, and there was a miracle, and he was showing me how he was able to do that.
All right.
And it should be some form of, as you say, secret. We're fascinated.
Everything is frequency.
Like I said, he didn't tell people their first name. He didn't tell people some things. I think a woman actually fell out on the ground, and I knew her. I was like, she was damn dead, and she came back up. Matter of fact, me and my buddy talking about that like about 6 months ago. He's my best friend. He used to go to church with me back in high school back in 1983. And I was like, damn, man, he said, I remember that. I said, but we don't even believe that in Jesus no more, but that shit happened. And we knew the lady. And we was just amazed at that. And he was like about 15 years old at the time.
All right.
But we stopped going to, we like in our early 40s. But you just said something that makes some sense.
That what the hell I was supposed to show you.
I can't deny that. Because I'm like, man.
What were we just talking about? What the hell we just talking about?
We supposed to be knowing shit. And they do some miracle and shit. They say, in the name of Jesus. But his dude started saying, you don't use the name of Jesus, you just speak it. And I saw some shit that happened. I ain't gonna go look for any prosperity in my life.
All that shit is fake.
It was. It was fake and it was. I agree.
Hey, let's see. Magnetic light. Let's see. Light.
Yeah.
Passing. Let's see. Light going.
But keep that. The thing with your situation is that you so deep, man. You so real, and your stuff is correct and consistent. A a lot of folks, man, don't understand the level that you want. This is why some people I've always known who got some real shit, they never made it big.
Of course not, because you're a danger to the system. You know, I was big in the beginning. They stopped all that. They stopped all that. So when they find out who you are, that
I appreciate you, brother.
they put in all that shit. Once they find out who you are, they put in all that.
Oh yeah, they don't put it in there.
Yeah, because you got too much. They don't want you to reach out there. Like I said, they'll stop that. That's out.
Yeah.
I said, light going through.
But bro, is there anyone in YouTube or any social media things that you actually like to check out or listen to? Anyone particular that you
Not really. I don't listen to nobody on YouTube.
Let this soft mineral melt in your mouth to rebuild your gums and teeth, and never need a dentist.
He was real. They took him off of YouTube. I ain't seen him like a couple of years. He still got a BitChute channel. He hasn't been on that for 4 or 5 years. I don't agree with everything he says, but it's the closest thing to me that I've seen. That's the bit I was showing with him on Friday. But he's with Ghost for the last 2 years because they took him off of YouTube. He didn't, like I said, he never made it big. He never, he never let his channel go past 9,000 subs for like the last 10 years. So he never made it big, but he was real, so that's why they got rid of him. He was, so I know.
The brother that you had showed.
Yeah, that's what I was showing. Yeah, so yeah.
He seemed to me like he had that little multicultural interracial look.
Yeah, he did look like that, don't he? But nah, he's both his parents are black, got that slick down here. That might be some shit from being from California. Shit. I don't know. I don't know, but let's see.
Well, Keith, you from Los Angeles, right?
Yeah, originally, yeah.
Okay. Okay. You grew up there too?
Yeah, born and raised.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, born and raised.
You were doing the EV time.
So what now?
The Compton time.
Yeah, but I ain't live in Compton. I had an uncle live in Compton. I never lived in Compton. I had an uncle live there.
Can you hear me, brother?
Huh? I heard you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, okay, I can hear you right now.
Yeah, I said, I never lived in Compton. I had an uncle that lived in Compton. I never lived there. I had an uncle that lived there, but I never lived there.
Oh, okay. I got an uncle that lives in South Central Los Angeles.
My
brother before. He's my father's brother.
Damn, you never met him?
No, my father passed in 1970.
Hey YouTubers, it's been 5 amazing years of boosting creators like you. 56,000.
Prevent all church tithing. You can do this.
My father passed. He was abusive, so my mother had to line him up a couple times.
Welcome back to Science Click. Today, electromagnetic waves. Imagine a particle that has an electric charge. Depending on the acceleration of the particle, a very interesting feature. Eyes are only sensitive to light intensity, but not to the direction of the
them Friday friends gave her that pistol, that was it for him.
Oh, shoot him?
He climbed through the window. And talking smack, and she lit him up, and bam. And I'm in the same house. I live in the same house that he lit up in.
Wow.
But, I think they took my mother most of her life.
All right, family, let me wrap this up. We've been on this bitch 3 hours.
Well, thank you, brother.
Yeah, here we go. So what we gonna do? We'll be back on tomorrow. Go ahead.
One more question.
Go ahead.
When I tried to, last time this time, put a donation there, when I was trying to put my card, when it said year-end date, I can't put it in.
Let's go to cash.
I'm trying to remove my old card and replace it, but I can't do it.
I don't know why. I'll check it out. Well, just go to Cash App. You got Cash App, right? Cash App's even easier.
No, I don't have that.
All right. He said, yeah. It's called Baldwin. It's not called Baldwin Heights. You mean Baldwin Hills? George guy? You mean Baldwin Hills? I know Baldwin Hills. I don't know about Baldwin. Unless they changed the name to Baldwin Heights. It was called Baldwin Hills, George. It wasn't Baldwin Heights. It was Baldwin Hills, California. Yeah, I know about it. Woodside brought them to California in the early 1950s when Compton was still white. Exactly. Back then, yeah, Compton was still white back in the 1950s. Exactly right, Jason. But family, let me.
All right, thank you, my brother. Hey, up there.
We'll wrap this up tomorrow, guys.
Quiet, brother.
Yeah, I'll be on. We'll be back on it tomorrow, guys. Like I said, we'll be back on tomorrow. Let's go to PayPal. Let's switch to PayPal. TSB, we got PayPal on that too. Yeah, just go to PayPal. Just when you go to the donation page, just switch it to PayPal, and that'll work. Let me show this real quick before I get on out of here.
Okay, thank you, brother.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Have a good day, man. I appreciate your time, man.
Yeah, no problem.
100 to you.
I'm trying to show this real quick. Let me see here. Am I still on here? I'm cut off anyway. Shit, I'll show this later. I'm cut off. Damn. Oh, well. All right. Oh, shit. Trying to do something. Forget it. I shall let you tomorrow. So much love, family. I'm gonna wrap this up. Everybody smash the like button on the way out, family. We went up to the speed, took us on another conversation. But that's alright. We're all here to learn. See everybody tomorrow night, family. Same black time, same black channel. Black, hot, fire. Woo! Come on. We out. Hot, fire. Fam, we out. Black, hot, fire. Come on. Much love, fam. See everybody tomorrow night. Black, hot. Hi, come on. We out. Black, hot, hi. Have a good night, everyone. We out. I could use this shit out. Everybody go to Blackfire Network, right? Live on TV. Waiting. Make sure you got that app, man, with Blackfire Network, right?
Yesterday was a master class in Mourinhoism. Sir, park the bus. When you tulipatiwa your red card.
Go to Blackfire Network on your Google Play Store. Hit that app.
He's playing in Portugal again
on TV.
This man understands.
And also live, so make sure you get this app.
You shut down Watu properly.
You know, that's the family open Africa. At the studios over there.
Conga shuts down.
Got Joby, Canvas, Airtown over there.
Like it was like that stadium was loud, like it was loud. Okay, it was beautiful, like you could hear.
Whatever the hell they talking about. But anyway, let me see.
Yeah, like you could.
Go to the radio version, you hear me talking on the radio at the studios over there. See? This is the radio. I'm live on the radio. Airtown over there. About to go back and play some Frankie Beverly before we let go. So get that app, Blackfire Network on Google Play Store. If you got a damn Apple phone, just go to your go to your Google, go to your search engine and type in Blackfire Network. And it'll take you the same place, right? So about to go back and play some Frankie Beverly before we let go. So turn that off. Go ahead, back on live TVs.
That game is because of truth.
And with these guys here.
Number one, we for the first time have
Black. Hey. Never gets old, family. We out. Black, hot, body. Black, hot, fire. Bam. We everywhere. We Africa. We America. We everywhere. We black, hot, right. Oh! Black, hot, right. We out. We out. We out. We out. Go get that app. Go get that app, family. Much love for the Blackfire Network. On your Google Play Store, download that app. It's free. It's free. Cost you nothing. Much love, fam. I'm out. Shit. Well, this bitch 3.5 hours.